everyone, welcome to Jewellery Maker. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to you.
Happy Wednesday to you too.
Ah, Sara, Elvin's got a new haircut. Just about used to it, aren't you?
Just about. It was a little shorter than I expected, but I'm actually really loving it now, so yes.
Have you done that thing where you brush your hair and the hairbrush kind of goes like that out your hair?
I don't think I've got even enough to brush. It's a comb.
Oh, it looks really nice.
Thank you.
Is there enough to get a flower in your hair though?
There is.
The Sara Elvin trademark flower?
Yeah, there is just about. But the flower will be back once it starts to grow a little longer and it starts to annoy me a little bit. So the flower will be back.
Good. Glad to hear it. We've got an amazing show for you today. We've got Sara Elvin with us. We've got 3 absolutely gorgeous kits on today's show. We've got some amazing gemstone strands. We've got loads of nuggets. We've got loads of amazing deals. Kerry is on cameras with a very kind of like Patagonian poncho on today. We need to get her some pan pipes. We do. We do. The pan pipes. I was trying to think of a pan pipe song. I can't think of any kind of pan pipe songs where pan pipes are used. Have you seen that advert for I think it's a chocolate bar where there's 2 guys sitting on a bench with dogs and it says, I've got my dog to do a trick, and the dog's like on its back legs and he goes, I've got my dog to do this, and he gets the dog in the pan pipes, do 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 do, and the dog's playing the pan pipes. Have you seen that one?
Yeah,
You've seen that?
I've seen it. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I know, and he's just.
How do they get a dog to actually play the pan pipes? Yeah, he's really doing it. He's really doing it. They haven't just put a bit of kind of food on the pan pipes. Answer the postcard there. Amazing animal talents. There we go. We've got Claire directing. We've got Kim producing. We've got Media on floor, although she's not here. Don't know where she's gone, but she's here. Right. Okay, she's actually lying on the floor. We've got amazing things coming up today. I assume you want me to show this. Yeah. Coming up at midday today, the most incredible strand of sky blue topaz. Take a look at this. The most wondrous strand, the most incredible colour, the most icy clarity. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is beautiful stuff on a strand. It's coming up about midday today. We've also got, coming up at 11:30, yellow sapphire. Now, this is one of the most incredible strands of yellow sapphire I've ever seen, one of the most amazing strands of blue topaz I've ever seen, both of which are on today's show. I'll be honest with you, I have been badgering management upstairs and saying to them, look, can we please get kind of can we get kind of the strands you put on the weekend show? Can we get them in the middle of the week? These 2 strands were actually scheduled for this weekend coming. I kind of shot myself in the foot because I'm presenting on Saturday, but anyway. So they've taken them out of the schedule for this weekend. They put them into today's show. Honestly, this really is weekend, busiest time of the week strands on a midweek show. It's so exciting, okay? So they're coming up at 11:30 and midday. Text us in today. Do your pets have any weird talents, any amazing talents? We'd love to hear from you today. Text number is 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio. Standard network charges apply. Any pets, any weird or talent, any strange talents that you would like to make us aware of that your pets can achieve? We'd love to hear from you. And we'll know if you're making them up. A tap dancing dog. That's ridiculous. Yeah, we'll know if you're making it. We'll know if you're making them up. A cow that can milk itself. Pull the udder one. I literally just made that up. I heard Kim say pull the other one. I thought pull udder. That was a bit of a. Oh, was it Claire? Sorry. That was a bit of a lukewarm reaction to that one, Kerry. Come on, that was a decent joke. That was a decent pun. I don't think Sarah was even listening.
Oh, what?
You just didn't find it funny.
No, I did. I just chuckled very quietly.
Right. Okay. So early bird today. Kumihimo accessory essentials. Now, Sara Elvin. Oh, there he is. Beautiful Robin. I love him. Hey? I feel like I haven't been here for ages. Well, you've been off for a few days, haven't you? So have I. It's been very, very nice. Although it's nice to be back. Now, Sara Elvin, who's with us today, is one of our Kumihimo... Sorry, I've got something in my eye. That's why I keep itching my eye. I don't know what it is. Bit of hair or something. Anyway, so we've got Sara Elvin with us today, who is one of our Kumihimo experts. Kumihimo literally translates as the bringing together of threads. It's a Japanese knotting technique, which is absolutely... It's not just popular with adults and popular with jewellery makers. It's popular with kids. You see a lot of kids doing Kumihimo pieces. It's popular throughout the world. It's like a universal language. So like friendship bracelets and macrame are, Kumihimo is exactly the same kind of thing. The main question that we get asked by you at home with regards to Kumihimo is, how do I finish my Kumihimo pieces off? How can I make them look really professional? How do I physically finish off my designs? This is how, okay? You can get involved with Jewellery Maker in two different ways, either by calling us on our free phone number, which is at the bottom of the screen, or by getting involved on our website on JewelleryMaker.com. With the Easter holidays looming ahead, beginning of April, I think it's April 4th, 5th, 6th, those kind of dates, there's going to be a lot of people who are looking for things to do with their kids over the Easter holidays, because, you know, we can't count on the weather in this country, can we? This is a great thing to do. Branching out into a new medium, maybe a new medium for you. We've got DVDs that back this up. We've got workshops that back this up. We've got online demos that back this up as well. If you're going to be doing Kumihimo, you will need a Kumihimo findings pack, okay? We're going to show you some examples of Kumihimo pieces in just a few moments. It is essential that you get findings packs like this, isn't it, Sara?
It is. It just allows you to basically hide the ends of all of those cords, because when you do Kumihimo, you use multiple cords depending on what medium you're using. So if you're using Essilon, you're going to have lots and lots of cords, because you may put multiple cords in each slot of your braid. Or if you're using something like satin cords, you're going to have probably anything from 4 upwards of cords in your Kumihimo design, of which you're going to need to finish them off somehow, and this is what these are for. They're the perfect thing to finish those ends off with.
Now, you've got in each one of these little findings packs enough to finish off 1, 2, 3 pieces of Kumihimo jewellery. These are what is known as end caps, or well, we've got your end caps here, which you glue. You physically glue your ends into, your threads into. You can either bind them together with a piece of cord or a piece of wire, and then glue them into these caps, or you can glue them straight in with some of the Jewellery Maker E6000 glue, which is available on our website. Okay, so you've got enough to finish off 3 pieces of jewellery here. You've also got T-bar clasps, 3 T-bar clasps here, or toggle clasps, which look absolutely amazing. Great to finish off your Kumihimo pieces. You've also got these weird looking jump rings, which are kind of oval in shape. The reason why they're oval in shape is because they feed through the end caps much, much more convincingly, and they finish off those pieces of jewellery much more convincingly than a round jump ring. You've also got these, which are charm carriers as well, or pendant carriers. You don't have to use these with Kumihimo, by the way. You can use them just with some really, really thick leather cord. They're just lovely ways of carrying charms and having pendants dangling from a piece of Kumihimo braid. There's a Kumihimo braid and there's a charm carrier or pendant carrier or bell carrier being used there, okay? So you've got this in silver plated copper, this pack in silver plated copper, where you're going to be getting enough to finish off 3 pieces, and then you're going to be getting a Kumihimo findings pack in gold-plated copper as well. So enough to finish off 3 pieces, this time much, much larger pieces, because the end caps are much, much larger. So if you're going to be using these with satin cord, or any of your thicker cords, or any Kumihimo piece where you're going to be using loads and loads and loads of cords, maybe kind of 12 or even 16 cords, then you will need bigger end caps to finish off your pieces, okay? So 2 findings packs. We're going to be bringing you lots and lots and lots of cord on today's show. You're going to be seeing some wonderful designs that Sara's put together as well. These should be $5.95 per findings pack. Okay, so $5.95 for the silver plated copper, $5.95 for the gold plated copper. Okay, so £11.90 for the 2. Today, this is your price point for both findings packs. £6.95p. Amazing, absolutely incredible. Buy one, get the second one for £1. Give us a call when you can, get involved when you can. I know that there are lots and lots of people. In fact, I was talking to a lady at my daughter's nursery the other day who runs a summer school, which isn't just for summer, it's for Easter holidays, it's Christmas holidays as well, whilst parents are at work and their kids are off school. And she was saying that they're always looking for different ways of kind of occupying the kids, especially if the weather's really rubbishy. And I said to her, you know, what my job was, and I said, look, you know, we do lots and lots of things for people who run out-of-school clubs and community groups and guides and brownies and cubs and beavers and things like that. Why not try Kumihimo macrame? She's actually going to be, her name's Trudy, she's actually going to be starting to shop with us here at Jewellery Maker, just purely because, you know, she's looking for things to occupy the kids, especially when the weather isn't that great. It's a really sociable thing to do as well, isn't it, Sarah? It's a really, really lovely thing to be able to do with your kids, isn't it?
It is. My son goes to an after-school club,
yeah,
and they were looking for things to do with the children, so I've actually given them a load of Kumihimo discs and cords, and my son's actually taught his classmates to Kumihimo. So they all sit there in an afternoon, especially when, you know, you might need that little bit of a calm time, you know, you've had the playtime, you've had all the energy burning, time to calm a little bit. Perfect thing to do.
Yeah, you see, it is addictive. You will find yourself becoming a master at it, and you'll find that your kids will become really, really proficient at it as well. But don't get me wrong, this isn't just about making jewellery with your kids and making jewellery with youngsters. You can make the most beautiful pieces, beaded Kumihimo pieces as well, with really, really beautiful spacer beads that we have here at Jewellery Maker as well. And you can make some really very, very sophisticated pieces of jewellery as well. I'll show you a few samples of that a little bit later on the show when we do recap this. We've got tons to get through on today's show. Tons and tons and tons. Do carry on sending your texts in. We've had a few texts in already about was it about the dog that plays the panpipes? Leanne says, morning ladies, I have trained my female dog to lift her leg like a male dog on people's legs that are people's reactions are so funny. That is not funny. That's an awful thing to do. That's a horrible practical joke. Sherilyn Lincolnshire says, morning girlies, my dog Beady can do high five, but with both paws at the same time. Yeah, that's a high 10. That's amazing. Joel from Grimsby, that's amazing. Amazing. Well done. Good training there. Right, fantastic. Keep sending those texts in. Pets with unusual talents. There's our text line. Normal network charges apply, just so you know. Okay, so chain bundle. Unfortunately, well, there's good news and bad news. Good news is, I love you. Bad news is, we've only got about 20-ish of this bundle available. Once they're gone, okay? Silver-plated copper fancy chain here. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The links on these chains are absolutely stunning. This is all silver-plated copper. This is all precious metal plated copper, okay? So what are we going to be getting? Let's have a look at this one here first. Lovely oval link chain with a beautiful kind of rope style link on it. Absolutely gorgeous. With a gorgeous kind of rope style link, there you go. So beautiful twisted braided links there, okay? You're also going to be getting this gorgeous cross style chain as well. You're then going to be getting a star link chain. The great thing about these is you can cut them up if you want to. You can kind of use little sections of them. Teardrop shape one, and then another kind of diamondy shape one as well. Absolutely beautiful. So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 silver plated copper chains. These are all going to sell out within the next couple of seconds. They're all 40 centimetres in length. Here's your amazing price point for these today. Woo! £19.95p. Amazing! Now, you're going to get a 30-day money-back guarantee with absolutely everything you get from Jewellery Maker. You're also only paying £2.95 P&P per order. That lasts for the entire day, from midnight to midnight. So add as much as you want to your order until midnight tonight, and you're still paying only one lot of P&P of £2.95. Absolutely gorgeous. That works out to just under £4 per chain there for this gorgeous decorative quality. And you can use this in so many different ways. Have a look at the, I'm just bunching these together and using them in a really awesome, kind of sewing them onto a top or sewing them onto a dress that you've got, maybe a quite plain dress, and just sewing them onto the neckline. Great. Using one of them or all of them together, it's entirely up to you. Beautiful ready-made chain here, which you can, if you want to, you can cut these up and you can use them as individual links on their own, use them in earrings. There are so many ways in which you can use beautiful chains like this. It's the quality of this chain though, which is just stunning, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful individual links there which you can press into polymer clay or into resin. Gorgeous. $19.95 for all 5 lengths of your 40 centimetre chain. Gorgeous. Right. Sarah's challenge. I've got a selection of cabochons that have never been on the morning show. It's got to be the challenge. Challenge! Challenge, Sarah. There we go. It's a challenge song. It's a good one. It's one of my favourites. Okay, Sarah.
Yes.
These are absolutely gorgeous.
Aren't they just? I just love, love, love the patterns.
Have you seen the description for these? Spice quartz.
Ooh.
Oh.
They have got a very spicy quality
They
to
do,
them.
don't they?
They do. They've got
absolutely.
all like cinnamon and cayenne pepper and all of those tones coming through.
They are simply beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous cabochons here. 740 carats of cabochons here. Now, the cabochon pack that you might get at home, you might have slightly more or slightly less cabochons. Yours might be a slightly different shape. Yours might be more ovals than rounds, or yours might be more teardrop shapes. You could be getting this many, you could be getting slightly few, slightly less. Guaranteed carat weight, though, of 740 carats, so it just depends on what size the cabochons, what carat weight each one of the cabochons is, depends on how many you're going to be getting. Now, over the last, I'd say, 6 months, we have gone through a bit of a revolution here at Jewellery Maker, because we've been able to bring you lots and lots of cabochons, and we've been able to give them to lots of different guest designers who specialise in macrame and kumihimo and wire work and polymer clay and soutache, and seeing the infinite ways in which you can set these cabochons is just fascinating. There are so many ways in which you can set these, and I think that's why cabochons have become so popular on Jewellery Maker, Sarah, because now it's not just about making a wire work frame and spending hours bezel setting this into wire work. You can do so many different things with these, can't you?
You can. You can macrame around them, you can do kumihimo around them, you can crochet around them, you can do soutache around them, you can do seed bead settings, you can put them onto backing fabric, you can do so many different things, or you can just, you know, use some findings and actually glue the findings onto the back of them with our strong glues. And that's really as simple as it gets.
You really can do very, very simple things. You can do everything from this really kind of advanced wire work pendant here to something where you're literally just gluing the cabochon onto a backing fabric, and then getting gemstones around it, to gluing it into a backing fabric here, and putting spacer beads around it. It really can be as simple as gluing these onto backing fabrics and findings. It doesn't have to be overly complicated. So whatever your skill set, whatever part of your jewellery making journey you're at, you can use these cabochons, okay? Now, Sarah, design ideas for these. I think these are just the right size if you wanted to just get away with maybe setting a couple of the smaller ones as rings.
Definitely.
You've got pendant size ones here as well, haven't you?
You have, and because you've got some that sort of are the same shape, but they're slightly different sizes. It lends themselves possibly to be used
maybe
to make a sort of a Y-shaped bib, wire-worked bib maybe.
Nice idea, yeah.
Because you've got those alternating sizes, which allows you to get that gentle graduation of the neckline piece.
Gorgeous, a lovely Y-shaped bib. That'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? Stunning. Now we're going to bring on the price point that these cabochons should be, okay? These should be £17.95 for you today. Like I said, I can't guarantee exactly how many you're going to be getting or what shape they're going to be or what size they're going to be, but I can guarantee you're going to get at least 740 carats of your spice quartz. We're going to honour the launch price for these today to make it as appealing as possible. So whether you've never worked with cabochons before, it doesn't matter. Come through and get them. Here's your deal. £14.95 for 740 carats of your spice quartz. There are so many ways in which you can use these. And do you know what, Sarah? As we head towards spring and summer, and you start to maybe wear more linens and things like that, this is going to be great to use with wooden beads and those kind of tribal prints that lots of people wear during the summer, aren't they?
That's it, but these are going to lend themselves to working with lots of different colour tones as well, because they are almost quite a neutral tone. They've got those warm cut tones coming through, but they're quite neutral in the fact that they're, you know, they'll go with all of your floral tones. I'll go right through with your bright tones. So if you want to put these with your turquoises, or you want to put them with amethyst or tiger's eye or any of those tones, you can put it. Just work with all of your gemstones right across the board.
They really will, won't they?
Yeah.
I've got lots of people coming through to get these now. Well done. Don't forget you've got that 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you do want to come through and get 2 or 3 or 4 of these cabochon sets, get them all home, decide which set you like the best, and then send the others back. You're more than entitled to do that. You can do that. It's a no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee that you have from us here at Jewellery Maker. It's a no-quibble money-back guarantee. So do get these home, have a look at them, try them out, pop them up to your neckline, try them out with different gemstones. Just lay maybe some turquoise with them, or some amethyst, or some beautiful carnelian, and see what kind of colours go with these gemstones. And if you're not 100% satisfied, send them back. We'll give you your money back.
I can't believe the deal.
Have fun with those, Sarah.
Well, I'm just looking at that, and I'm thinking if I went out and about and tried to buy these, I would possibly get maybe that one, and if I was really, 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 really lucky, I might get that one
for $14.95.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get all of those.
I know.
That's amazing.
It is incredible. Have fun with those, Sarah.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to head back over here. Now, I've got some brand new shell pearl. Brand new shell pearl. Yeah. That was the brand new cell for shell pearl. I'm so excited about the blue topaz and the yellow sapphire. Ah, brand new, amazing, amazingly amazing. They're coming up at 11:30 and midday, so quite a while off, but can't wait. Take a look at these. 14mm shell pearl rounds. Oh my word. These are absolutely monumental, aren't they? In fact, I think these might be some of the largest shell pearls we've ever had on the show. They're huge, aren't they? What is shell pearl? Well, shell pearl is basically shell which has been reformed into a perfect pearl shape, and you do get that perfect pearl shape. You get that perfect round quality that everybody is looking for in their pearls. If these were pearls, oh my goodness me, I wouldn't even like to put a price point on a strand like this if these were genuine freshwater culture pearls. In fact, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I was at a jewellery event just before Christmas, and there was a pearl necklace that was for sale at this big jewellery event that I went to. It was a really long necklace, and it had massive pearls on. They were about this size. Massive, massive, massive pearls on, with a few of the gemstones on there as well, but quite kind of spaced out. That necklace itself was £44,000. You know, that's kind of the price points that just blow my mind. These are shell pearl. So, of course, we can bring you that perfect pearl shape, we can bring you that gorgeous pearl quality, we can bring you that beautiful pearlescence, we can bring you that perfection. Look at that colour as well. I'm not sure I'd call these peacock green. I think I'd probably call these a teal colour rather than a peacock green. They're the kind of colour that you get when you see a blue diamond. A blue diamond colour, that's this kind of colour. Or like a London blue kind of colour, like a London blue topaz colour. In fact, let's have a look at it with the beautiful blue topaz we've got coming up later on today. Oh, look at that. That is nice. And do you know what, stuff it? Let's put it with the sapphire as well. See, that looks like $1 million, doesn't it? All of those 3 strands together, how incredible does that look? Absolutely gorgeous. I definitely wear that spring, summer, maybe with rose gold findings or with silver findings. Those 3 strands together look amazing. That's with blue topaz, yellow sapphire, and this gorgeous teal green shell pearl. Both these strands are coming up today, 11:30 and midday, by the way. Right, okay, so Really, really, really large. I'm not entirely sure whether I've ever bought you a strand of 14mm shell pearl. I mean, these are huge. You don't really need to do anything with these at all, just simply making a bracelet and a necklace set out of these. I would say to come through and get 2 or 3 of these strands at least. You don't need to do anything with these other than make a stretchy bracelet. It doesn't need to be complicated. Judith in the Scottish Borders loves these so much, she's come through to get 4 of these strands already, which is great. Just that right colour. Great colour for a mother of the bride as well, don't you think? Or for a bride. Or for a bridesmaid. Now, please don't forget, a 30-day money-back guarantee is yours from Jewellery Maker. You're only paying £2.95 p per order. That lasts the entire day. These are some of the largest shell pearls we've ever had on the show. Is it going to be one of the largest price points you've ever seen for shell pearl? No. Have a look at this. $7.95 for gigantic shell pearl. 14mm in size. Now, $7.95, okay. That's a low price point, yeah? Does that look like $7.95? No. Absolutely no way. Sarah, you don't need to do anything with these at all. I mean, maybe if you wanted to pop a little, on the middle 5, pop a little jump ring just to kind of punctuate the middle of the neckline. You don't need to do anything with these at all, do you?
They don't, and they just have absolute wow factor.
Oh, they do.
Perfect elegance.
They look great with your dress as well. Great with that neckline.
That's it, and sometimes you need just something that you can. I always call them my staples, my dressing table staples. They're the things you're going to reach for and pick up time and time again to wear with so many different outfits, and this is going to be that.
You just throw these on, don't you?
You do. And you shouldn't say that about pearls.
No, but you
shell
do.
Pearls. I was just going to throw on some shell pearls, and go out, do the shopping.
Sarah, if you bought three of these strands and you made a necklace, a bracelet, and a pair of earrings, and you'd have enough left over for easily another bracelet. That could be a set of jewellery. You're going to go and pick the kids up from school, or you're going to go and meet your friend for a quick cup of coffee, or you're going to go and take the kids to brownies, or whatever. And you literally just, and it sounds awful, as Sarah says, but you literally just throw them on, and that's it. And it makes your outfit look finished. It makes you look glamorous. It's the kind of thing you just keep by the front door with a lipstick, isn't it?
That's it. Or you might even keep them, you might even keep these in an organza bag, in your handbag, just because, you're going somewhere and you just want to feel finished when you get out of the car, when you get there, or, you might be going to work, but you don't want to wear them at work, but you want to wear them when you go out with the girls after work.
That's going to be some of the easiest jewellery to wear. I wouldn't do anything over the top with these. Just literally a strand going around your neck, a strand going around your wrist, 2 in a pair of earrings, done. That would be done for me. Amazing. I've got loads of people multiplying this strand today. People come through to get 2s and 3s and 4s of these. Oh my word, absolutely gorgeous. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Don't go anywhere. Spotlight deal coming up now. Okay, so we've all decided necklace and bracelet, yeah? Get 2 or 3 of these. Necklace, bracelet. How are you going to finish it off? Because these are 14mm. These are 14mm gemstones. They are absolutely gigantic, yeah? So you're going to need quite a substantial clasp to finish off those pieces, yeah? How are we going to finish these off? With these? With these? So to finish off that shell pearl, necklace or shell pearl bracelet, that's how you can finish them off, yeah? Yeah. Because these clasps are not only really quite substantial, they're 95 sterling silver as well, yeah? They're precious metal. Now, I had quite a lengthy conversation the other day on air with guest designer Jan, and I was talking to her because she's absolutely obsessed by pearls. And I said, where do you put shell pearls? Do you put shell pearls alongside pearls? Do you put them with pearls? Do you set them above pearls, below pearls? And do you know what she said? Actually, she looks at shell pearls in the same way she looks at she looks at pearls. And I'm so pleased and kind of relieved that she said that, because I feel exactly the same way about shell pearls as I do about pearls. Yes, shell pearls are kind of reformed shell, but do you know what? I think they have the same kind of beauty as pearls, and I would put shell pearls with precious metal findings. Would you?
Definitely, because you've got the look and the feel and all of the aesthetics that come with a pearl, you've got exactly the same, except it's just had a little bit of a refinement. That's as far as I can see it. It's had a little bit of a treatment just to get it to be where it is, and that's amazing. It's things, you know, that you can have all of those qualities, but just have that perfect round.
Exactly.
And have them faceted, or have them in all those different
frosted,
or in those different really bright tones that they take so well as well. And I just think, you know, why not mix and match them? You know, I've got some beautiful little white seed pearls that I would swag underneath those shell pearls. Why not? Because they all mix and match beautifully together.
So they do work. They will work with your precious metal findings. Having said that, you might have certain gemstones in mind to use with these precious metal findings. These are big toggle clasps. Okay, they're not the really delicate little dainty ones that we bring. Okay, sometimes we can bring you really delicate little dainty toggle clasps. These are much more substantial. You can see from the dimensions there, 23 millimeters in dimensions. So these are designed for really quite big pieces of jewellery, or they're designed to be a bit more of a feature. So instead of having the toggle clasp around the back of the neckline, don't hide it around the back, put it around the front, put it on the side, okay? Using it with gemstones, oh my word, sapphire, topaz, both of these strands coming up on today's show. They were scheduled for this weekend. They're coming up on today's show. I can't wait. 11:30 and midday. I can't wait to use with toggle clasps like this. What a gift. Now, the majority of you coming through to get these already are multi-buying. In fact, there's only a handful of you who aren't multi-buying. You're coming through to get 2s and 3s of these. Can I just point something out? And telephone bidders, you're going to hate this. I'm so sorry, but everyone who is multi-bidding at the minute is coming through on our website. The plain and simple fact is, when we bring our graphics on screen, which is that kind of that detailed part you can see on the screen there, okay? When we bring our graphics on screen, anyone who is watching the show on our website can see the price point this is going to be, okay? You can see the price point. If you're watching us at home, or you're watching us on a television screen, you won't be able to see the price point that this is going to be. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that we can't get around. We can't help but show the price point to our web customers. It's something that we are looking to kind of work with, but at the minute, it's just the way it is, okay? Everyone who is multi-buying this at the minute is coming through on our website, okay? So telephone bidders, people who are looking at this at home at the minute on our television, on your television, you can't see what the price point is going to be. I would start multi-buying if I were you, because I've got people coming through to get 2s, 3s. I've got Patricia who's come through to get 6 loads of these. I do have telephone bidders who are starting to multi-buy now. Sally, anonymous in Northamptonshire, you're starting to multi-buy as well. You're going to want to multi-buy because today, 3 sterling silver toggle clasps. This is your price. £8.95 for all 3. These are precious metal toggle clasps. Absolutely incredible. And do you know what, like I said just a few moments ago, these are not your little tiny, although beautiful, very dainty, delicate toggle clasps. These are big. Okay, they're 23 millimeters in dimension. That is 23 millimeters in diameter, which is absolutely incredible. Most of you are multi-buying. In fact, almost all of you are multi-buying, whether you're coming through on the web or the phone lines now. I'm seeing people altering their orders now who did come through to get 1 lot and now altering their orders to come through and get 2 lots. If you want to multi-buy, just go for it. Just go for it. Do you know what? The other day, I was walking past that jeweller that I tell you about quite often on the show. It's a jeweller in my local town in Stratford, and I will be referring back to this again and again and again. And they sell just sterling silver jewellery. They specialise in just sterling silver with semi-precious gemstones as well. They had a rack of earrings in the window, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go and do a bit of a price comparison, do a bit of a high street test, if you like. Pretty much all of the earrings that they had in the window were 925 sterling silver studs. And the studs that they had varied in price point up to kind of well over 30, 40, 50 pounds. You know, those are the ones with the semi-precious gemstones in. Right down the most inexpensive or the cheapest pair of earrings that I could find in that shop window were £5. And I thought, oh my word, sterling silver earrings, £5. That's incredible. I looked in the window and I kind of looked, and I had to kind of squint. I honestly thought that there were no earrings in the place just above the price point. There were earrings there, it's just that they were so unbelievably small. There was such little sterling silver in them that you could barely see them. You are getting 5 grams of 925 sterling silver in these toggle clasps. 5 grams of silver. That's huge, isn't it? 5 grams of 925 sterling silver for £8.95p. That in itself is amazing. Whether it's in a pair of earrings, whether it's in a ring, whether it's in 3 toggle clasps, it doesn't matter. You know, that is pretty amazing. £8.95 for 3 95 sterling silver toggle clasps. Loads of you still coming through for those. Loads of you multi-buying for those. Oh, well done, everyone. Right, okay. From one amazing thing to another amazing thing, because we're going to do our first new kit of the show. Okay, now we've got 3 amazing kits on today's show. We've got a really, really awesome kit, which is so much fun. It's going under £20, okay? We've also got another kit, which is all about Kumihimo. That's going to be our second kit. Our first kit today, though, is all about luxury, is all about quality, and it's all about sterling silver, because our first kit today has got rose gold plated sterling silver findings. This is the highest quality findings pack we can offer you here on Jewellery Maker, the precious metal findings pack. Okay, this is rose gold plated 925 sterling silver. I want to show you this findings pack even before I show you the gemstones. Claire's very helpfully shown you the kind of slide with all the findings on. You've got head pins, beautiful ball head pins. You've got a wonderful chain on here as well. This beautiful chain here is 8 inches in length, so easily enough for a bracelet with a little extender chain on. Or if you wanted to cut it in half, use half for one side of a necklace, half for another side of a necklace, and have a lovely beaded middle. Beautiful. It's a gorgeous curved chain. I think it's actually more of a rollo chain because the links are so beautifully round. But that in itself, that just in a bracelet on its own, just looks so luxurious. It is all precious metal, okay? Gorgeous, okay? You're then going to be getting one of the highest quality toggle clasps we can offer you. It's a beautiful braided toggle clasp. Again, really quite substantial. It's not your little tiny, dainty, insignificant toggle clasp. It's really nice and big, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so it's got an 18mm ring on it, this one, rather than the 23mm ring, which is what we had in that spotlight deal. 2 pairs of precious metal earring findings, crimp beads, crimp bead covers, and lobster claw and a lobster claw clasp as well. Now, if you're ever in doubt about what any of these findings do, free with your first order. Free with your first order. You get your free tutorial DVD and free tutorial booklet, which explains all of these findings, okay? So don't worry if you don't know what any of these findings do. It doesn't matter because it will all be explained. You get your threading pack with monofilament beading thread and elastic. Brilliant. Your 3 main threading materials, there they all are. And then you get the gemstones. Now, these gemstones are beautiful. With a kit like this, where we've taken the effort, where we've made the effort, I should say, to give you rose gold plated 925 sterling silver findings, you've got to have the right kind of gemstones to go with this. And oh my word, that is beautiful. Such a beautiful kit, this one, such a beautiful kit. White, beautiful, colourless, clear, quartz, plain wheels. These are stunning, brilliant, kind of ice cube clear quartz. Absolutely gorgeous. These are stunning plain wheels of clear quartz. Absolutely amazing. Can you see how the light is just reflecting from the inside and outside of the gemstone? I mean, it's just wonderful, isn't it? It's just idyllic. To go with this, I've got one more strand of clear quartz. These are graduated, faceted ovals. Beautiful again. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Faceted ovals of clear quartz. Oh, look at those. They're like diamonds. It's like 2 strands of diamonds there, isn't it? I could look at that strand all day, couldn't you? Isn't that beautiful? That's all hand faceted, by the way. Faceted by hand, drilled by hand. The attention to detail on that is amazing, isn't it? Absolutely breathtaking. Graduated faceted ovals. Okay. Next strand. Genuine freshwater cultured pearls. Oh, check those out. Absolutely gorgeous. Genuine freshwater cultured pearls in this beautiful baby pink kind of peachy colour. It's like a morganite colour, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous. Next strand. Double strand this time. Lapis lazuli nuggets. Oh, gorgeous. One of the most ancient gemstones on planet Earth. It's been traded in the Middle East since about 4000 BC. And it's got this beautiful, natural, cobalt blue colour. That really adds some richness and opulence to this kit, doesn't it? It's going to look amazing with the rose gold plated silver findings. Another double strand here. Smoky quartz nuggets. I haven't seen smoky quartz nuggets for ages on Jewellery Maker, have you? Haven't seen a double strander for such a long time. That's really impressive. Gorgeous. And I've got another double strand. I've got a double strand here of fluorite. Now, normally when we bring you fluorite, you normally see, or I would expect to see from Jewellery Maker fluorite at least, you know, of a really, really decent quality, I'd expect to see purple. I'd expect to see green. Rarer colours, yellow. Probably the rarest colour, blue. What colour would you say this strand is? I'd say predominantly blue. This is amazing quality fluorite, such a rarity to get such a beautiful blue undertone. Normally you'd get dominant purples, dominant greens. This is most definitely dominant blues. That is absolutely amazing, and in sunlight that is going to glow like a glow stick. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, you've got a total of 3 double strands here. Genuine freshwater culture pearls, 2 strands of clear quartz. Isn't this one of the most beautifully put together kits you've seen in recent history? It's wonderful, isn't it? So a total of 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 strands. The equivalent of 9 strands of genuine gemstones. And you've got pearls, and you've got lapis lazuli, and you've got fluorite, and you've got smoky quartz, and you've got clear quartz. That is amazing. That's some of the best fluorite I've ever seen on JM in a double strand. Amazing. So all of these strands, your rose gold plated silver findings, plus your threading pack, you should be paying £47 10p. I can't actually believe we're doing this on today's show. I can't actually believe we're able to take this kit so low, because honestly, looking at this kit, the quality of the gemstones, the quality of the faceting on that clear quartz, the quality of those rose gold plated silver findings, the fact you're getting a predominantly predominantly blue strand of fluorite as well, this price point is outstanding. £29.95. I know, it's under £30. I don't know about you, I would pay £29.95 just for the gemstones on their own. I think they're absolute, and that would be an amazing deal, an absolutely amazing deal. You're then going to be getting your rose gold plated silver findings and your threading pack as well. It's such a gorgeous kit, this one. It's just beautiful. One of the most beautifully put together kits I've seen for a long time on Jewellery Maker. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Amazing, amazing, amazing. Right, Sarah, I've spoken enough about this kit. I love it. That strand of fluorite is amazing. The clear quartz is amazing. The pearls are amazing. A double strand of smoky quartz, amazing. Double strand of lapis lazuli findings. I mean, it's just such a great kit, this one, isn't it?
I know. I could have worked this kit in so many different ways.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
There's so many different possibilities. You know, I could have Kumihimo with all of them and made really intricate pieces. I've kept it quite classic, actually, in a lot of ways, because I think the pearls and the clear quartz made me feel very classic and very calm. Definitely.
Definitely. The pearls and the clear quartz together, I mean, just look at that. That is such a beautiful piece of jewellery. It's such a classic, as Sarah says. Such a classic combination. Look at that. We're actually going to be seeing a demo on this necklace in just a few moments, but the clear quartz, the faceted and the beautiful wheels with the pearls, with that gorgeous rose gold plated silver curb chain, just gorgeous. The next necklace here has got that wonderful smoky quartz going through it, where you've dotted the pearls.
Yeah.
That's a lovely piece, another really wearable piece of jewellery, that one.
That's a multifunctioning piece because it's actually open at the bottom, so you can unknot it, you can wrap it round your neck twice, tie a knot at the side. You know, I've got a slightly longer version of one of these at home, and I actually wear it as a belt over my summer dresses.
Oh, nice idea.
You just tie it to the side and actually have a gemstone belt over your dress.
Oh, lovely, lovely. You've kept the blues together, which I love. It shows you how much blue there is actually in this gorgeous, gorgeous kit, and in the fluorite, doesn't it?
I was very decadent and used both strands together.
It's beautiful though.
But you know, you get such a full look from them.
Oh, you do. Gorgeous earrings as well, and beautiful bracelets. Look at those gorgeous pieces. And don't forget, this is all made with your rose gold plated 925 sterling silver findings. Lovely little macrame bracelet on the end here as well, which is so sweet. Works really well with that bronzy colour beading thread, doesn't it?
It does, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really, really nice. Right, demo-wise, we're going to see a bit of a different demo, really, with this chain, which is lovely.
Well, I wanted to use the chain, and I wanted to use it all in one piece, and I didn't want to cut it, and I had to think, how am I going to get the style of piece of jewellery that I wanted without cutting the chain? So here's how we can do that drop without cutting it.
Lovely.
So what you need to do is you need to start. Oh, the pearls are rolling away already. Wait for that trapdoor to open any minute. Okay, so I've got a piece of beading thread, and on the centre of it I've put the first part of my design, which is a clear quartz, a pearl and a clear quartz. And I want to make the chain swag, if you like, or drop around the side of that. But I actually want to use the chain in the middle. So what I've done is I've just taken a head pin and put my chain, and my chain's got itself in a little tangle there. And this chain will do that if you don't keep it straight. It will just want to kink. So just roll it between your fingers.
But it's easily rectified.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, it's the nature of the links of the chain. That's the nature of it, and it's such a strong chain. So I found the centre, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pinch it between my finger and thumb to sort of roughly find where I want to start that first swag, if you like. And I'm just going to put one piece of my beading thread through one side of the chain.
I love the way you're describing it as a swag.
You get swags and bows, or swags
the team
and
are liking that.
tails. Isn't that something for architectures and when they do interior design, you get swags and bows?
About your knowledge, Sarah, Elvin.
Well, that's about all I do know. So there we go. There's the first little droplet gone in. I'll just get that and hold it up for you.
Oh, okay.
And I just want, come along here, that one to come through there. So you want it to sit. And now if that's not as big a drop as you'd like, you can reposition it. But what you're wanting to do is, I'm just holding that. Can you see that both tails of my chain are actually touching my macrame board at the bottom? Because I want them to be the same length at this point. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to repeat the pattern on the other side. So a clear quartz, a pearl, and one of these absolutely yummy clear quartz. And then I'm going to again hold my beads and just have a look roughly where I want that next one to come in, and just drop that in like that. And I repeat the same on the other side. I'm just going to do this quickly so you can see how I'm going to just join the bottom parts up. And this is why I wanted this design to be this way, is that I can use all of the chain without actually cutting any of it. Lovely. So I'm just going to do this by eye. Whether it'll work, I don't know.
We'll see in a minute.
Hopefully. When I hold that up, that's great. Roughly about the same length. So what I'm going to do now is I need those two to join up at the bottom, these two pieces of chain. And what I did was I just took a head pin, and onto there I just put on the same little magic recipe, clear quartz, pearl, clear quartz, and just literally rolled a loop at the top. So I've cut off about 1 centimetre, and then because it's sterling silver, a lot of people say put a right angle in first, but I actually just roll my loops and then bend back. So you end up with a little loop on the top there. Lovely. And that's what we're going to use to join together the two pieces of chain, is that little loop. So I'm just going to open that up. and then drop on the first, and you might find this easier if you actually pick your chain up and just sort of allow it to drop down, and sometimes it'll catch, sometimes it won't, and I haven't got my glasses on. There we go, got you. And then so I've got both pieces of chain in there, and then what I would do to make sure that that is really secure is I'd come back in with my round nose pliers and just give that a little bit so it's actually bent over as like a little semicircle.
Okay.
So it's actually gone round on itself again, like a little bit like a snail, its little shell goes round and round. So that won't come undone now. And if I lift that up, you do need to just readjust, but there we go. You can
That's gorgeous.
see
There are those. Cut into that at all.
No
That's
cutting.
Brilliant.
And if you just take that patience just to get those loops and those little swags underneath to be the same length along, you don't need to cut your chain at all.
That's awesome, Sarah. Thanks so much for that. Isn't that lovely? It just shows you actually how much you can get out of that 8-inch piece of chain, because that's really impressive.
It is.
This is such a gorgeous kit. I've still got people coming through for this and checking their baskets out. Do check your baskets out as quickly as you can. Just gorgeous. One of the most beautifully put together kits I've seen in a long time. Absolutely amazing quality genuine gemstones, and of course those gorgeous rose gold plated silver findings. Thanks for that, Sarah. Gorgeous. Right, I'm going to head back over here, bring you another strand. Oh, Bumpy's growing. Tell you what. Dancing the fandango in my tummy at the minute. It's just having a right old time in there. Doing all that kind of stuff. Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Right, okay. Do you fancy a metre of gemstones, anyone? A metre? We start to measure gemstones by the metre, you know. Oh, I tell you what, you know it's just going to go nuts, don't you? Yeah. This strand has been to air before. Okay. I've only got a few chances. I've already got people coming through for this. Okay, we've only got a few chances left, but it's a bit of a treat. I love being able to bring you strands like this, strands which maybe we've bought you before, which we have a few left of, and maybe you were watching at the time, or you missed out, or whatever happened. You will undoubtedly have heard lots of people talk about this strand on our Facebook page. We bought you this strand in lots of different gemstone colours. Lots of different colours, same gemstone, sorry. It is the metre of red colour coated quartz, or a skipping rope, I think we could probably call it. It is absolutely enormous. A metre of red colour coated quartz. A metre. A metre. Check it out. I mean, that is quite simply amazing, isn't it? A metre of gemstones. Now, it begs the question, what on earth are you going to do with a metre of gemstones? Do you know what my first thought was, actually? Cutting up this strand, putting them all in a gorgeous kind of like a vintage style bowl, and just popping them on a windowsill. They would look amazing. Does it remind you of something? Well, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. The other day I made a jelly, and you know when you cut the jelly up, you know, the kind of the jelly out the pack, and you cut it up and then you pour the boiling water on and it starts to melt and it goes all beautiful and just gorgeous. It just reminds me of beautiful kind of melted pieces of jelly. It's just gorgeous. They're round, they're really, really fruity and juicy. Great for this time of year. Absolutely perfect for your spring and summer jewellery. This teamed up with some greens or with some beautiful nude colours. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, a metre of gemstones. Do you want me to count them? Okay, I'm going to do this very quickly. I'm not going to count all of them. I'll count 10, and then we'll kind of get an idea of approximately how many. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so that's 10. So that's approximately 20. This is all approximators. 30, 40. Just over 40 gemstones on this strand. That is a lot. It's a lot of bracelets. It's a lot of pendants. It's a lot of pieces of jewellery. Red colour coated quartz. Now, if you were to wear these all in one piece of jewellery, do you know what? You'd think that would weigh an absolute ton. In actual fact, I mean, you can definitely feel it, but it's not undoable. I can imagine this in one long neckline piece, and that would be absolutely amazing. I just love this colour. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's so decadent. Right, price for this. I think this is why this strand sold so quickly when we first aired it. Because a metre of gemstones, I don't care what gemstones these might be, I don't care what colour these gemstones might be. The fact of the matter is, there is no way on earth that I would have put a metre of red colour coated quartz at this price point here. Because this is incredible. £17.95p for the lot. That's for all of these gemstones. I mean, that is incredible. How many little stretchy bracelets and how many little pendants would you have to make to actually get your money back? Maybe 2 or 3? And you'd be able to get dozens of pieces of jewellery out of this incredible strand. There's roughly, well, there's approximately over 40 gemstones on this strand. Today, £17.95 for the entire strand. Absolutely gorgeous. Well done, everyone. I've got loads of people coming through for this incredible strand. It's under £20 for a metre of gemstones. So all those people who are multi-buying at the minute, coming through to get 2 lots, you're effectively going to be getting 6 foot of gemstones, 6 feet of gemstones, for under £40. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? What, for just over 30? How amazing is that? It's incredible. A skipping rope of gemstones there for you today. Amazing. Great, isn't it, Sarah?
That's an amazing value.
Amazing!
I'm looking at that and thinking, you know, macrame, belts, thinking,
Yeah.
you know, if you wanted to, I would probably wire work those.
Yeah.
I think I had it on the late show, I had the purple coloured ones. And I
they're
just
gorgeous.
used one in a pendant, in a wire work pendant. And it needed 1 gemstone.
Yeah.
Because they're sizable.
Yeah.
And I just think, if you were to do that, however many you've got on that strand,
Yeah.
and the pendant, you know, wouldn't have been a £5 pendant, it would have been more like a £15, £20
Definitely,
pendant.
the size of them.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
you know, you've got a real money-making strand there.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. So really, in kind of what, 3, 4 of the gemstones, you could easily make your money back on this. Absolutely amazing, £17.95. Keep coming through for that, check your baskets out. We're going to see some of your pieces of jewellery over at the Wall of Fame. This is lovely. I've got number 441 here, which has been sent in by Marie, who says, "Hi all at Jewellery Maker. Here's my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. I've made a pair of earrings using fluorite donuts and sterling silver findings. Sorry about the photo. They look much better in real life." I don't know. I like that photo. I like that photo. And what you've done, or what Marie's done, is to get the donuts and then to push findings through the centre of that donut-shaped bead. Isn't that gorgeous? They're really lovely and contemporary, aren't they? Best of luck, Marie. Wonderful. We're going to be drawing the Wall of Fame about midday today.
Ooh, they're beautiful. I've got 442. And this is from Chris, and she's in Barnsley. She says, "Hello to all at Jewellery Maker. Here is this week's entry to the Wall of Fame. I made this set of jewellery to go with a navy pink and green patterned dress, which I wore to a wedding last year. I had many compliments and felt very proud when I told people I had made it. All the components were bought from JM. I used deep pink rice pearls, green shell pearls and gold-plated findings. It complemented my outfit perfectly. I need a win as I want to have a go at polymer clay and need many things. So good luck to all that enters. Love the programmes. Keep up the good work." And that's from Christine Tinkler in Barnsley.
Thanks, lovey.
Hey.
Best of luck. Number 443 here. Very beautifully displayed earrings here. Sent in by Anne Marie, who says, "Hi all, I like the earring that Hannah Osborne created, so I did. So I had to go with with threading wire findings and diamond cut beads from the Matrix collection. I think I need more practice, but thanks for your help and tips, and good luck to all the Wall of Fame entries. Hope it's good enough for the Wall of Fame." And that is from Anne Marie. Do you know what? I saw Hannah make those earrings, and do you know what? They are almost exactly the same. They're gorgeous. They're brilliant. And I love the way you've displayed those as well.
If you struggle getting your symmetry, just lay one on top of the other to get the circles the same size.
Sarah Elvin and her tips.
So make one earring, finish it off, and then put the other one on top of it as the
Brill.
template.
Thanks for that, love.
444, And this is from Barbara, and she's in Bournemouth. She says, good morning to everybody at Jewellery Maker. This week I have been making stacker chainmail bracelets with bronzite and agate and your lovely jump rings. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday. I am coming on Mark's Chips and Nugget workshop.
Oh, lovely.
And I am so excited. Maybe I'll have a win so I can go crazy in the shop. Good luck to all. See you on Friday. And that's from Barbara Duffin, and she's from Bournemouth.
Thanks, Barbara. Have fun on the workshop.
Oh, fab.
Awesome. Number 445. This looks like memory wire. This is lovely from Kath. This is my Wall of Fame piece for this week, made with carnelian rounds, made for a present, and my sister loved it. Good, I'm sure she did. And that's from Kath. So that's so lovely. When you give presents that you've made yourself, it means so much, doesn't it? Okay. Number 445. Best of luck to you, my darling, and we'll be drawing the Wall of Fame about midday today. Awesome. Right. It was a bit of a toss-up as to what we were going to be showing you right now, whether it was going to be the yellow sapphire or the blue topaz. I don't know which one Claire's gone for. Which one have you gone for? Ah, topaz, awesome. One of the most amazing strands of blue topaz. This was taken out of this weekend's schedule and put into today's show. Same with the yellow sapphire that we've got coming up at 11:30. It's all still to come. And if you want to know how to buy from Jewellery Maker, here's how to do it.
The fastest way to shop with Jewellery Maker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
If you're new to Jewellery Maker, simply contact our call centre and we'll send you a tutorial DVD and Get Started booklet, all free of charge.
When shopping with Jewellery Maker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay one postage and packaging charge. We have 2 delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
Get involved with Jewellery Maker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
We've had a lot of interest in a certain bundle on my desk. I know. It's lovely, isn't it? We've got a really limited quantity of this incredible bundle coming up. Texture and tone. It's going to be coming up right now. Kimbo! She can't help herself. She can't help herself. It must be those muffins. I'd just like to take this this opportunity to thank the team upstairs for the muffins. I don't think they're poisoned. They might be. We'll find out in a bit. They're gorgeous. I've done a blueberry one. Check this out. Check out the gemstones. Oh. Wow. Lots of involuntary noises coming out of me today. Ooh. You know, when you see something that you like and you just kind of, ooh. Rose quartz. You know what I mean, don't you? You know what I mean. Come on. You do know what I mean, don't you, team? Yeah? Like when you walk past a cake shop window and you look in the window and you just go, oh. Oh. Yeah. Right, okay, 2 strands of rose quartz. Absolutely gorgeous. You've then got beautiful magnets. Oh no, it's another strand of rose quartz. Well, 3 strands of rose quartz. Check it out. 3 strands of rose quartz. Beautiful rainbow moonstone. Gorgeous. Gorgeous rainbow moonstone. Beautiful eventually. Look at that green. It's gorgeous. Stunning unakite. Have you got the details for these, lovey? 2 strands of unakite. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Beautiful snowflake obsidian. Stunning orange quartzite. Oh, that's wonderful. And then look at this as well. Beautiful white magnesite. Now, limited quantity available. 10 strands of gemstones in total. Absolutely amazing. You've got your rose quartz, your snowflake obsidian, your orange quartzite, your green aventurine, your unakite, your magnesite, your moonstone. Oh, you've got everything. You should be paying almost £40 for this today. You're not going to be paying anywhere near that though today. Nowhere near. Here's your deal today for all 10 strands. Wow, 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 wow. Isn't that incredible? What a treat. You've got 10 beautiful strands here of nuggets and chips, and they're all looking wonderful. Do you know what? I'm looking at these. The white magnesite, that's going to be natural. The unakite, that's natural. The green aventurine's natural. The rose quartz is natural. The moonstone's natural. The obsidian's natural. The quartzite's going to be dyed. But other than that, 9 of these 10 strands are totally and utterly au naturel. How amazing is that? That's pretty incredible, isn't it? Sarah, would you mix all these together? Would you separate them out? What would you do?
I'd probably mix and match, definitely.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you've got such beautiful qualities in there. I'm looking at the green aventurine and the rose quartz together,
Oh,
and absolutely
yeah.
beautiful that. And then I'm looking at the natural tones of the howlite and the, I've forgotten the name of the unakite.
Unakite, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at those 2 together and I'm thinking those 2 work really well because you've got that sort of, you know, the sort of deeper, darker tones of the unakite, and then you've got that real pop.
Yeah.
Of almost.
Yeah.
Howlite always reminds me of marble.
It does look like white marble, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, it looks like really beautiful high-end marble, and I just think, you know, those 2 together is beautiful.
What an awesome bundle. I've got loads of people coming through for this. You've got to check your baskets out. It's under £30. Today it should have been way, way, way higher than this. Should have been closer to 40. Today it's yours, £27.95 for 10 strands of nuggets. And I have to say, that moonstone, Kim has been talking about that moonstone. It's such a beautiful strand of moonstone, that one. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Really, really, really top quality. Absolutely beautiful. Well done to every single one of you coming through to get this today. Well done. Really, really wonderful. Keep those texts coming in as well. We want to hear from you today. Unusual talents that your pets have. Yeah. Text 60777, start your text with the word JM Studio so we know that the text is for us. And standard network charges apply. Do you know of any pets, or do you have any pets that have unusual talents? Yeah. We've had a few good ones in already. Some of them we can't read out though. Yeah. You know what it's like. I know our audience. We know what our viewers are like. Lizzie and Devon. Charlie Dog joins into all opera and howls. He loves it. Charlie the dog. A cultured dog. That's amazing. I like that. Yes, it is like Blue's dog. Claire, my director, put a clip, because she knows how much I love dogs, put a clip on my Facebook page of Blue's dog, and it's this guy playing the blues and the dog literally sings along. It is absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's incredible. Gorgeous, so well done. Very, very few of these left now. Get it whilst you can. 10 strands of gorgeous, gorgeous nuggets for under £30. Well done, everyone. Woo! Okay. I'm going to put that there. Okay. How about a bit of a clearance? Which, oh, there, sorry. Are we going to do all 3 of these now? Brilliant, okay. Okay. I've got a little bit of a clearance section for you here. 3 strands. First strand. Moss rutile quartz. Now, okay, this is 245 carats of moss rutile quartz, okay? They're graduated, elongated pairs. Just reading the details off there, okay? 20 by 14 to 34 by 23, that sounds really big, yeah? That sounds big, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah, okay. Oh my word, look at the size of these. How incredible are these? They are absolutely gigantic, aren't they? This is like a beautiful mixture between Picasso jasper and black rutile quartz. It's like that beautiful combination, isn't it? You're getting all those gorgeous graphite-y lines that you'd expect to get in Picasso jasper and of course your black rutile quartz. You're getting a clarity like you'd expect to get with black rutile quartz. You're getting a size which I've never seen rutilated quartz in these kind of sizes before. These are absolutely enormous. They're so contemporary, aren't they? They're really beautifully contemporary. Now the great thing about a strand like this is, of course, every single gemstone is going to be unique. So everyone who comes through to get this strand today is going to get a totally unique strand of moss rutile quartz. No one's going to have the same strand. You've got that really beautiful mixture, that kind of night and day mixture in this gemstone, haven't you? Whether you use it with pearls, whether you use it with black gemstones or white gemstones, whether you use it with highly faceted gemstones or use it on its own, you've definitely got a dramatic strand here, and every single one of these is going to be totally unique. This strand should be £27.95p. Now, we're going to do a clearance price on this, okay? It has been on air before. We're going to take it down to a new all-time low. I've already got people confirming at £27.95. Do you know what? It's nowhere near that price point today. You are going to absolutely love this. All the way down to £14.95p. That is such a big drop. Well done. What a stunning, stunning price point for an amazing strand. Every single one of these is going to be unique. I've got Sally in Lincolnshire, Sally on the Isle of Wight, I've got Lynn in Midlothian, Susan in Norfolk, I've also got Dawn in Newport as well. You've got to check your baskets out. 245 carats of moss rutile quartz. Absolutely gorgeous. Karen from Nottinghamshire, well done to you as well. Check your baskets out. Lots and lots and lots of quality here. An incredibly dramatic strand, and it's the first time I can ever recall bringing you moss rutile quartz. How is it different to black rutile quartz? We can see the inclusions are a lot less kind of edgy, and they're more moss-like. So a lot less kind of angular and a lot more moss-like. You'll find as well that the inclusions on this gemstone are a lot more dense as well. You'll get bigger areas of black. Whereas with black rutilated quartz, you tend to get more of a transparent gemstone with those kind of angular fibres inside the gemstone. Whereas this has got more of a mossy appearance. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well done to Jennifer, Eleanor, Karen. I've now got Sheila and Eleanor from France in there as well. Anonymous in Greater London, Anonymous in Devon as well. Check your baskets out as quickly as you can. That is absolutely stunning. Should have been £27.95 today. £14.95. Woo! Well done, everyone. Okay, I've still got people coming through for that. Still some chances left for that. Now, this gemstone, this particular, excuse me, variety of topaz was named after, or named in honour of, the Russian royal family, okay? Its colour, yeah. The colour you're getting on this particular strand is exactly the colour I would hope to get. This is Imperial Topaz. Now, Imperial Topaz is one of the only natural varieties of topaz there is, i.e. natural varieties of coloured topaz that there is. Most topaz that you get nowadays is, well, almost all topaz is going to be heat treated to get colours into it, or it's going to be radiated, or it can be dyed as well, okay? This is totally untreated. Now, what colours are you looking for when you get Imperial Topaz? It's a bit of a funny one, really, because you're definitely looking for golden tones and yellowy tones, but you're also looking for what is described as a strawberry colour as well. Can you see on this strand? You're not just going to be getting yellows and oranges, you're also going to be getting almost like a pinky strawberry colour with this topaz as well. It's exactly the colour you should be getting, okay? It's an extremely rare variety of topaz, and it's an extremely precious variety of topaz. However, it's in a clearance section here on Jewellery Maker today. Yeah, we're going to be taking this down to a clearance price. Now, the price point this strand should be today, have you got that price? £39.95p. Okay, that's the price point this strand should be today. And do you know what? This is seriously rare. There's not many varieties of topaz that give you this kind of colour naturally. In fact, there's not any, really, other than Imperial Topaz that give you this colour naturally. We're going down. We're going down to clearance town. £24.95p for genuine Imperial Topaz. A lot of gemologists, a lot of jewellery designers, a lot of gem lovers put this gemstone up there with the big 4 gemstones, with the big 5 gemstones, ruby, emerald, sapphire, tanzanite and diamonds. You know, they really do. Its rarity, its folklore, its heritage, its story is as beautiful and as interesting as the gemstone itself. And like I say, there are very few varieties of topaz that give you any kind of colour naturally. This is one of them, and oh my word, enjoy. Just gorgeous. £24.95, should have been £39.95 today. We've taken it all the way down to £24.95p. Just looking at that alongside the blue topaz we've got coming up at midday today. Ooh! Blue topaz next to Imperial Topaz, next to the yellow sapphire maybe, which is coming up at 11:30. Oh my word, 2 of the most beautiful strands we've ever had on the show. Both of which are coming up round about 11:30 today. Can't wait to bring you those. Gorgeous, well done everyone, £24.95. Okay, one final clearance strand now. I love this. Here we go, so this is a chance for us to bring you something really, really, really different. Do you remember the first time you ever saw druzy? Druzy is a really quite amazing gemstone, because what druzy is it's something which attaches itself onto other gemstones. So you can get druzy chalcedony, druzy quartz, druzy agate. So what you have is a quartz that forms under the Earth's surface. The Earth's surface cracks over many years when tectonic plates move and separate and shuffle about, basically. And those cracks are filled with water. And water, as you know, contains lots of minerals and elements, and they solidify and calcify. And what you end up with is druzy, which attaches itself onto things like quartz and chalcedony and agate. It gives you a lovely kind of crystally appearance to the gemstone. It's quite difficult to see unless you dye the gemstone. When you dye the gemstone, then the magic is released, if you like, and what you get is this incredible sparkly quality. Just gorgeous. Beautiful, sparkly quality. This is hot pink druzy. So you get this wonderful, sparkly, crystally appearance Each one of these gemstones has got a different amount of druzy on it. Each one of these gemstones is totally unique. Each one of these gemstones has got hundreds and hundreds of little crystals on the surface of the gem, which gives you a beautiful sparkly quality. There's 100 carats in total here. Now, when we first got druzy on Jewellery Maker, we used to bring you 3 druzys for round about £15. So they were round about £5 a piece. Yeah, so round about £15 for 3 druzys. Well, that would make this strand, so that's 1, 2, 3 and a half. What is 15 times 3 and a half? How much? 46 and a half. 52 and a half. 52 and a half. Okay, so that's what? £52.50-ish, yeah, for this strand. If we went off those price points, yeah, where each one of these druzys is round about £5 each. Do you want to see the price point this should be today? Woo! Yeah, we're not even at the clearance price yet. Here is your clearance price. Amazing! Gorgeous, beautiful, hot pink druzy. I have to say, I reckon that is one of the lowest prices I've ever seen for a strand of druzy. £9.95. Wow, wow, wow. The colour, the quality, and the absolute beauty and magic that is released when you start to dye this gemstone. It's just absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? This wonderful, sparkly quality, this gorgeous iridescence and mystical quality. I love it, love it, love it. Well done. Absolutely beautiful quality for you today, for your gorgeous hot pink mystic druzy. Amazing. £9.95. Right, okay. Moving on now to something completely different. Something totally different. We have brought you over the last, I think we were on a show with Fleur the other day. It was a Saturday. And we bought you the stamping sets. Oh my word, you love your stamping, don't you? Every single time we have these in stock, they just sell out. Now, here we go. Send over to Sara. At the minute, we've got kind of, to say we've got a good quantity of these would be slightly misleading. We've got about 100 of each. They're going to sell out on today's show, okay? Sara, stamping.
Yes.
I know you're keen on this medium, aren't you?
I am. I love stamping. I think it's such a creative medium, such an easy one though. You don't need any specific skills.
No, you don't at all, do you?
No.
It really is the kind of medium that you can just pick up so easily. These particular stamps that we have here on JM, and I say this particular one the penguin font stamp is our fastest selling set of letter stamps that we have, and it's easy to see why. Okay, so you've got your uppercase alphabetical stamps here, and this is the kind of quality that you will get from these stamps. Look how beautiful this font is. It's such a popular font, this one, Sara, isn't it?
It is, because it's got quite a lot of character to it, so it's got a bit of a sort of almost handwritten feel.
Yeah.
So it's got a lot of character to it. It's beautiful.
Now, on each one of these pegs, you have the letter stamp that corresponds to the letter that is there. And you literally get your stamp out, get your peg out, and you see there's a letter A on there, on the end. And you pop it onto your piece of wood or your piece of metal sheet or your metal blank. Or you can do this onto leather as well, can't you?
You can do it onto leather, you can do it into you can actually just very gently impress them into things like your polymer clay as well.
Absolutely. What, and then bake it?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. There's so much you can use this with. You can even use it with ink stamps if you want to. There are so many different mediums with which you can use these stamps. These always sell out on the shows. Now, whether you're doing your own birthday cards or your own bespoke Christmas cards, or whether you're going to be making a date of birth charm for a charm bracelet, or whether you're going to be doing wine glass charms for a wedding, or if it's going to be, oh goodness me, a charm for a christening bracelet, you will undoubtedly need a set of stamps like these. Now you've got your A to Z, and you've also got your and sign as well, which is lovely. They're also great. We're going to bring you the letter ones in a minute. Sorry, the number ones in a minute. Great for making price tags as well for your pieces of jewellery when you're selling them on as well. We're going to bring you the price point because these are going very, very quickly indeed. The price points are not just competitive, they are ridiculously so. We don't consider here at Jewellery Maker that we really have any competition, because we just price our things accordingly. We consider how much it's taken us to ship something over from wherever we've got it from, and we just put a price point on it. We work at the most ridiculously small margins here on Jewellery Maker, okay? And if you do any kind of research, you will notice a big difference between our price points and everyone else's, and you'll notice, I personally think, a big difference between the quality as well, because our quality is so high. Now, are we just going to bring the price straight on, Kim? Yeah, here we go. Here's the price point for this, because I've got so many people there. £9.95.
I won't tell you what I paid for my first set of letter stamps.
Well, do you know what? I had a similar conversation with Fleur when she was on the show the other day, and she said, you know, the price point that she paid just for letter stamps was just, you know, you could look to pay, I mean, you do the research, but you could look to pay, you know, easily 2 to 3 times the amount that's at today. That's amazing.
Mine was 3 times as much, and then a huge wallop of shipping on top.
That's it, because, you know, these are going to be quite heavy. These are going to be quite weighty. You get it in a lovely Jewellery Maker branded pouch, which is lovely, but, you know, they are going to weigh quite a lot. You're only paying £2.95 P&P per order. They're very, very simple and easy to use. Do we have a stamping DVD? I'm not sure if we do, actually.
Yeah, Debbie Kershaw's done one.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes, it wasn't the show with it wasn't a show with Fleur, it was a show with Debbie Kershaw. It was a show with Debbie Kershaw.
You can see how I've used the stamps in that necklace on the little heart shapes. They've got the little letters that are stamped in there and the little hearts.
Sarah!
So it's just, you know, you can do it on something so simple. You know, you don't need to have
LOVE.
Yeah, and to make them stand out like that is so easy. You just use a permanent marker, mark over where you've stamped, and then a little bit of household nail polish remover on a little tissue, and just wipe over, it'll take any excess off, and it leaves that little dark impression for you.
Isn't that gorgeous? And they're so easy to do. And what do you hit the top of the peg with? Just your chasing hammer?
Just a steel block and a normal hammer, yeah, chasing hammer. You know, I would keep one hammer, you know, for stamping, because of course you're stamping a small section. You wouldn't use the one I was using for my wire work, because I wouldn't want any, you know, any indents or any nicks or anything to go onto that. But I have a hammer that when I first started stamping, I actually did take my husband's hammer.
Well, there
I just used that for a little while, but I've got a dedicated hammer and block that I use for stamping now, which is perfect.
That's really good to know. Now we're going to move on now, because that's going to sell out within the next couple of seconds. We're going to move on now to the number stamps here. So you've got your you got your 0 to 9, obviously omitting the 6 because the 9 is a 6 upside down basically. And then you've got your punctuation as well, which is absolutely brilliant. So you've got your question mark, you've got your speech symbols there, pound symbols as well, which is absolutely fantastic and really useful, obviously, if you're going to be making up your if you're going to be making up your price tags as well. Another amazing price point for you. So you've got your special characters again in the penguin font as well, which is great. I've got people flooding through on the phone lines on the web for this. Here's your price point for these as well. Brilliant. £6.95.
Gosh. You know, I use all of the punctuation signs as well for texturising my blanks.
Yes.
So you can just randomly go over with something like the question mark or, you know, a comma, or, you know, the plus sign, or any of those ones, and just texturise your blanks.
It looks
so
lovely.
If you don't want to stamp a specific message, just to put some texture and get the light in there.
It does look really lovely. It acts as almost like a wallpaper, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it does look absolutely, it looks gorgeous, and it's so effective whether you're using it with metal sheet, or you're putting it onto polymer clay, or you're putting it onto your blanks, or onto your wood, or onto your leather. You know, it really does look absolutely fantastic. If you don't want to use this as punctuation, but you want to use them as that, as Sarah suggested, as that kind of wallpaper. Yeah. Absolutely wonderful. These are going to sell out as well. Very, very popular indeed. And of course, I mean, it goes without saying, Sarah, these, I mean, you can tell just by looking at these pegs, these stamps are designed to last. They really are designed to last.
They are, and you just, you know, they're designed to stamp into metal, so they are incredibly strong. So that it allows you to use them in all sorts of different mediums as well. So whether you want to stamp onto scales, which is a lighter medium, something like an aluminium, you can, you know, if you're into upcycling and things like that, you know, you can reuse metals that you might find. Like, I know that somebody dismantled a biscuit tin and used some of that to make a floral piece and stamped all around the edges of it to texturise it and put like little messages underneath.
How gorgeous.
So you can use all sorts, but I would, you know, be using the sheet copper that we've got, scales, the blanks, they're dedicated for it, and I can't get blanks anywhere cheaper. I've tried and tried and tried. I can't.
Can't do it.
I'll do it.
Right, so that's yours, £6.95. Now, hole punch now. Now again, this is an amazing tool.
It is.
Which one is this? This is the 1.6 to 2.4. What I mean by that is, right, this is a hole punch. Basically, great for use for punching holes into blanks, into sheet metal. Great for putting, if you want to connect pieces of metal together with things like jump rings. You can make 2 different size holes in your metal, or into your, it doesn't need to be metal, it could be leather. Could you use this with friendly plastic, I wonder?
You probably could. Yeah, I could see why not. As long as it was, yeah, I couldn't see why not.
Yeah, okay. So possibly with your friendly plastic as well. So you've got your 1.6 gauge hole and your 2.4 hole. Now the thing which I love about this is I've seen this being used by our guest designers. I've also seen the handheld punches that we have. Now the handheld punches that we have are wonderful. They tend to be used for things like leather, and there is quite a bit of force that you have to put on that punch to get it through the material that you're going to be punching. With this, it's like going through butter. It's amazing. It's without any effort at all.
That's it. The only thing that would ever go, well, not go wrong, but if you weren't doing, you need to make sure you clear the piece of metal you've punched from the stamp, and to do that is really, really from the tool itself. It's once you've done it, it's just make sure you take that piece and you take it all the way to the bottom, and you'll find that the piece you've just punched will fall out. There's a little hole in the bottom. It will fall out, and you might just do it every other time you use it. Just make sure you get that piece cleared, and that is the only thing I'd say. That's the only thing you have to pay attention to. These are so easy to use. And again, when I first started doing stamp work, I looked at these, and the only place I could get them was from America, and I had to have it imported.
Blimey, the shipping and handling would have been an absolute fortune.
Yes.
Because again, it's metal, so you know this is designed to last, but it's not the lightest tool that we have. And you know, if you're going to be getting this from the States, you know it is, you know, you are going to be paying that extra little bit of shipping and handling. With us, it's just £2.95, a flat rate, £2.95 P&P per order, regardless of how much you add to your order between midnight and midnight each day. So here's your price point for your double metal punch. Okay. £8.95. Now it says double metal punch. It's not just for metals. You can use it for a load of different materials. You can use it on your leather. I've seen it used on leather.
Yes, yeah, you could probably use it on your suede cords as long as they were big enough to, so if you wanted to pop a little hole in there to attach that instead of using a ribbon cord end.
Yeah, like the the snake skin effect ones.
Yes, yes, definitely. You could do that, and if you wanted to make a little belt out of those, or you know.
Nice idea.
So you've got lots of things you can use it on.
You could actually use it on your belts at home.
You could indeed.
The amount of times I've almost stabbed myself through the hand by trying to do it with a, what do you call it, like a skewer, like a kebab skewer,
or a bradawl or something.
Yeah, trying to make a hole in your belt.
Yes, not a good idea.
It's not a good idea. Use one of these. Much easier. It'll save your hands as well. Dawn in Newport, hole punch, £11.49, £6.58, postage. What?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes. Oh yeah. That's yeah, what I would expect postage wise. It's just JM's postage is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
That is incredible. And I've got loads of people coming through for this. So you've got your hole punch to make 1.6 and 2.4mm holes there. Not just into metal, but into loads of different products.
Yeah. Stunning.
Right. Don't go anywhere. Spotlight deal. Do you know what? I find it very difficult to go to certain shops without spending a certain amount. There's a certain chemist, you know, not shoes, but yeah. I cannot go into that shop without spending a certain amount of money. And when I say spending a certain amount of money, it's certain things that I always buy whenever I go in there. So I always buy toothpaste when I go in there. I always buy like a baby bar for Hattie. I always buy hand moisturiser, and I almost always buy deodorant from my husband as well, because I reckon he eats it. He goes through it so quickly. Anyway, so I always buy those kind of things whenever I go in, and it always comes to about, I don't know, 20, 25 pounds-ish. It's the same when I go to supermarkets as well. Whenever I go to supermarkets, I always buy, always, without fail, whatever I'm going in for, it doesn't matter. I will always buy milk, always. I will always buy cheddar cheese. I don't know, we just seem to inhale it in our house. And I'll always buy eggs, and I'll always buy bread. No matter what day of the week it is, no matter what I'm going in for, if I'm just going in for a light bulb, it doesn't matter. I'll always come out with a bag full of shopping. And it's one of those things, and you know that you're going to use them, you know that you need them, you're constantly running out of them, so always get them. This strand is a bit like that for me, because you'll see it and you go, yeah, want one of those, yeah, I'm going to need one of those, yeah, in fact, no, I'm going to need 3 of those, and just grab 3, done. It's like, right, I've got my quota for this month. Personally, I'd probably multi-buy this, not 2 or 3 or 4 of these. I'd probably come through to get closer to 10 of these because of how useful, how versatile, and just the knowledge that you've got this strand, the knowledge that you've got it to fall back on, the knowledge that you've got it there is just so wonderful. It's so heartening. I am, of course, talking about black agate. These aren't just any black agates, though. These are black agate faceted rondelles. They are stunning. Oh, they're gorgeous. Wait till you see them. They're beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Just from looking at that strand, just by gently twisting it like that, I'm thinking of Art Deco. I'm thinking of luxury. I'm thinking of decadence, glossiness. It's amazing how a strand of gemstones can do that to you, isn't it? You look at it and you just think, oh wow, that to me just oozes beauty and sophistication. In fact, the first strands of gemstones I ever worked with were in a kit called, it was either called Black Velvet or Black Beauty, it was something like that, and it was basically black agate. And it was faceted black agate, there was some rounds in there as well, and it was sterling silver findings. It was 2 strands of black agate, some sterling silver findings. This is years ago. We're talking kind of 5 years ago. And I made a black gemstone necklace and a black bracelet, and I still wear the bracelet now, and it's just a stretchy bracelet. It's the first piece of jewellery I ever made, and it was with a strand almost just like this. It's amazing, isn't it? How a strand of gemstones can do so much by doing so little. It's literally just sitting there, and already I want it. Amazing, isn't it? But it's like I was saying, when you do, there will be items that I know you will buy all the time when you go to the supermarket, or when you go into your favourite shop, or when you're just running errands, and you go in and you think, well, I need to get this, but I'm also going to get this, that and the other, because I know that I'm going to need them, I know that I'm always going to use them, and I know that I've always got this to fall back on. These are essential qualities to have in your stash. They really, really are. Now, at the minute, and I knew I was going to see this, loads of people multi-buying. Elizabeth has got 2, Irina's got 2, Marjorie in Devon's got 8, Anonymous in Sussex has got 2, Elizabeth has got 2 in Cleveland. I've got loads of multi-bidders, loads of people saying, yeah, do you know what? I need 2, I need 4, I need 8. It's one of those strands that you look at and you just think, yeah, I'm going to use that. I know I'm going to use that, and I know it's going to be an amazing price from Jewellery Maker. I know the quality is great from Jewellery Maker. I know that it's only 1 P&P from Jewellery Maker. I know I've got a 30-day money-back guarantee with Jewellery Maker. Do you know what? Stuff it. I'm going to get 5 of these. I can almost see the thought process. Most of you coming through to get this and multi-buying. Do you know what? I don't even care what the price point is. I don't even care what the price point is, because I know that I'm going to get so much use out of this. I know it's going to be so versatile that this could be any price point, and it really makes no odds. What is the price point, by the way, Kim? Oh, well, there you go. You see? All of that quality, all of that decadence, and it's £6.95p. Do you know what? I mean, as Sara said a couple of times today, I just, you know, Jewellery Maker prices, Jewellery Maker quality, Jewellery Maker strands like this. These are classic, timeless strands. This is as essential in your stash. This is as an essential part of your stash as it is to have bread, milk, and butter. It really is. I mean, some gemstones can just be, I mean, it's amazing, isn't it, that a strand of gemstones can make me feel so, oh, do you know, that's decadent, it's glossy, it's all of these wonderful things, but also it's almost as essential as the air that we breathe, isn't it? You have to have strands like this in your stash, don't you?
You do. Your neutral strands are the bread and butter of the jewellery making world. They are literally that staple quality.
Yeah.
It's like saying you can't make jewellery without findings. But it's almost like you can't make jewellery without having those neutral colours. Yeah. That's a bit weird thing to say, neutral colours, but to have your blacks and your whites and your clear gemstones and things like possibly a very soft neutral in a brown tone like a smoky quartz.
Yeah.
They are absolutely what's going to give you the punctuation between your other gemstones. So they almost finish and start off the sentence with the jewellery making.
Yeah,
because
what a great way of putting it, yeah.
So you need to have them to be able to do that. So sometimes you'll have a beautiful coloured gemstone and you put it all in one go and it looks beautiful, but then if you punctuate it with those and maybe a few findings, just changes the feel completely.
Do you know what Sara says? What Sara says is totally right. These are the punctuation marks. This is what makes sense of your jewellery. And I challenge anyone to try and make either a sophisticated or a glamorous or an evening piece of jewellery without using strands like this. That's like someone saying, write an entire novel without putting any punctuation in. Well, it's almost impossible. It wouldn't make any sense at all. Putting these, including these in your jewellery, makes sense, and that's what I mean. I was talking to Sara for just 30 seconds there, and I've got a screen full of names. Almost everyone's multi-buying. This is going to sell out. It's only $6.95 for something which is as essential a part of jewellery making as findings are. And it really, honestly is. It's almost as essential as the beading thread that you use, or as essential as the elastic that you use. That's amazing. That's going to sell out within the next couple of seconds. Well done. Woo! Well done. Right. Oh, I've got such bad indigestion today. Sorry. You don't need to know that. You don't need to. Maybe it's to do with the blueberry muffin, which I ate in 3 bites. Thanks, everyone, for the blueberry muffins. We're all fine, aren't we? We're all fine. Yeah, we're all fine. We're all fine. Right, OK, so... recap, yeah? Of the spotlight deal that we bought you earlier on. Now, that beautiful strand, where is it? Here it is. Okay, so you got your strand of black faceted agate rondelles. You get it home, you're brand new to jewellery making. What am I going to do with it? I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to make it into a necklace or a braid. I don't know what to do. Don't panic. Don't panic. Nil desperandum. You can use these 925 sterling silver toggle clasps. Yeah, gorgeous. Because these are really nice and substantial. We do ones which are much finer, which are much more delicate. These are the kind of findings that you use with your gemstones, which are that much bigger, okay? These are all 925 sterling silver. They've got 20, that ring there is 23 millimetres in diameter, so really nice and big and chunky. It can take the weight of gemstones of this size, okay? 3 925 sterling silver toggle clasps. Under 20? Under 15? Under 10? £8.95p for 3 of your 925 sterling silver toggle clasps. Absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing. Just incredible. For 3 precious metal 925 sterling silver toggle clasps. Now, already on today's show, I've seen this strand of black agate faceted rondelles I'd use these with. The black moss quartz I'd use these with. Definitely the Imperial Topaz. Definitely the shell pearl. I mean, I keep coming back to that strand of shell pearl, don't I? That gorgeous teal green strand of shell pearl. How much was that again? How much was the shell pearl? $7.95 for that shell pearl. That with precious metal findings. I mean, you wouldn't be selling that for for, what, under £15, would you? No way! I wouldn't even consider selling it for under 30. Not with gemstones of this size and precious metal findings. Amazing. Get this strand of shell pearl. If there's any of them left, get them, because they're amazing. We have people buying 5s of that incredible strand at $7.95. I'm not surprised. But I definitely use it with the blue topaz and the yellow sapphire that we've got coming up between 11:30 and midday. 2 of the most beautiful strands we've had in recent history. They're both coming up about 11:30 to midday. Well done. Right. Well done, everyone. $8.95 for your 3 sterling silver toggle clasps. Right. Brand new kit, everyone. Now, I did say on today's show, didn't I, we have a kit which is all about luxury, which of course is that first beautiful kit. We've also got a kit which is all about one of Sara's areas of expertise. Kumihimo, macrame, anything with threading materials. You give it to Sara and she creates something incredible, basically. Basically, that's what happens. This kit has got everything in it that you need. In fact, Sara won't mind me saying this, it had way more findings in this kit than you would ever need to make jewellery from this one kit.
That's it. I mean, you're going to have findings that could take you through 2 or 3 kits, even maybe 4.
Yeah.
You know, especially, you know, because they're very, you know, if you want to do Kumihimo pieces, you only use 1 set of findings on each one.
Exactly.
So it's going to last ages.
Yeah, it's going to last ages and ages and ages. There are so many findings with this kit, so you're going to have to keep up with this. 2 matrix boxes. 2. Okay. It's one of the first times we've ever attempted this. 2 matrix boxes in a kit. Okay. First of all, let's have a look at the threading materials. You've got your basic threading pack with monofilament, beading thread and elastic. Don't discount these. You can macrame with these, you can kumihimo with these, you can do whatever you like with these, okay? So you've got your macrame, your beading thread, your elastic and your monofilament. Okay, brilliant. You've then got more threading materials. Even more. Okay, so you've got 10 metres of blue waxed cord. Now, if you've never had a go at macrame or kumihimo, then waxed cord is probably the best cord to use, because when you tie a knot in it, it sticks effectively. It will hold that knot beautifully. If you try to tie a knot in one of our satin cords, occasionally the knot will kind of spring open a little bit because of the slippy nature of the cord. It's not negative at all, but if you're just starting off with kumihimo and macrame, then absolutely use your waxed cord to start off with, okay? You're then going to be getting 10 metres of red woven cotton cord. This is kind of halfway in between your satin cord and your waxed cord. It's a lovely, lovely halfway point, okay? You've then got another 2 lots of braid. Now, what have we got here? 80 centimetres of gold, white and black braid. Isn't that beautiful? I've seen various different things made out of braids like this. I've seen belts, hairbands. I've seen this glued onto the hairband blanks that we have here at Jewellery Maker. There is so much that you can do with this. It's just beautiful. It feels so soft and silky. It's been ready braided for you. It's been ready plaited for you. You can either keep it like this, or you can unravel it, and you have a lovely kind of crimped quality. And you've got also another variety of braid here. This is a much more circular braid you've got here with gold and black, 80 centimetres again. And again, you can leave it like this. You can just pop findings straight onto it, or you can indeed unravel it. Gorgeous, okay? You're also going to be getting 2 lots of gemstones. Here we go. Black agate plain rounds, which are these ones here. Gorgeous, they're like caviar, aren't they? And then black agate faceted rounds, which are 2 millimetres in size. Now, with these 2 strands of gemstones, what are you going to use with these? Of course, I would use this strand that we just bought you here for $6.95. I would use this strand here, because these, along with everything else in the kit, amazing. If you'd come through to get this, you've got to come through and get this incredible kit. You basically have to, because it just goes together so beautifully, okay? You then got your 2 matrix collections, okay? I'll go through these really, really quickly. 2 matrix collections. You've got 1 matrix box, which gives you loads of ribbon ends with extender chains, as you can see, the one on the left-hand side. And you've got 3 different size ribbon ends on here. You've got small, medium, and large. Actually, no, you've got 4 different sizes. You've got small, medium, large, and extra large. So small, okay, medium, large, and extra large, okay. T-bar clasp, chain, jump rings, and a toggle clasp just in there, okay. You've also got another matrix collection with all of these in. So you've got end caps, you've got heart charms, you've got oval jump rings, you've got pendant carriers and charm carriers, you've got T-bar clasps, you've got the lot, you've got loads and loads and loads of findings in here, okay. They're all rose gold plated copper, okay. So 2 matrix collections, 2 strands of gemstones, loads and loads and loads of your cord. You should be paying today £40.55p. Do you know what we're going to do today? We're going lower. £27.95 should have been the price that we bought you this for today. Should have been over, well, should have been £40. We were going to do it for £27.95. We're actually going to go lower. Here's your deal today. The perfect opportunity to get your stash built up for Kumihimo from Macrame, £21.95p. Absolutely incredible. Now, Sarah, you as a guest designer, as someone who specialises in Kumihimo and macrame, you must have been like a kid in a sweet shop. Tell me about this kit.
Oh, it's just lovely to have such an absolute mix of medium. It really allows you to let your creativity run. You can, you know, mix things up a little bit, change the way you would normally think about making jewellery by having so many different cording materials. You can do different knotting techniques, you can keep it really simple, but having all the findings as well just allowed me to take it on a different track as well.
It's one of those kits which you look at and you just think, goodness me, the possibilities are absolutely endless with this kit.
Yes.
Because of the amount of threading materials that you get, because of the amount of findings that you get. I don't think we've ever done a kit before where we bought you 2 matrix collections. You can see how Sarah's used it. She's used the chain and these gorgeous toggle clasps and the S-hooks in this beautiful necklace here. The beautiful drop on that pendant just looks incredible, doesn't it? Look at that. And there's your beautiful plaited braid as well.
So that's you can take that off because it's sitting on the S hook. So you can actually take that off and just wear the little knot on its own. Keep it simple, and then when you're going out, possibly going out, pop the little pendant on.
This is a beautiful pair of earrings, Sarah. I love what you've done here with these tiny 2mm faceted rounds.
I know, I did cheat. I put a few little tiny copper spacer beads in.
That's all right. We'll let you off. This is gorgeous as well, using the little tiny seed beads.
Oh, that is absolutely one of my favourite pieces, just because the seed beads are doing all the work for you. It's something I would put, again, it would be that staple, that one and only piece of jewellery you might wear, but you can take that central section and you can make it into a choker.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, what a great idea. This is a nice piece with the knot there as well. That's nice. Gorgeous. And then look at this piece here. Sarah, that's gorgeous.
Just to show you don't always have to have gemstones in a piece if you don't want to, and with the amount of cord you've got in the kit, I mean, I could have made probably another 4 or 5 of those very, very easily, if not more.
Wow. What's that knot called, just if people want to do that design? What's it called?
They are just vertical half hitches.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Vertical half hitches. And then you've really been decadent with the findings on this necklace here, because of course you had so many findings. You kind of have to be decadent, don't you?
Yes.
Look at this. Look how much. I love these charm carriers. I think they're beautiful.
I knew exactly what I wanted to do once I saw the charm carriers. I thought those make those little loops with the cord, and it literally is very, very easy. I've taken the cord,
look at those hearts,
popped it through the charm carrier, and then doubled it back and created the little loop.
Couldn't be simpler.
So I haven't cut my cord at all, so that was a really nice, easy way to be able to do it.
Gorgeous. And of course you've got those little heart charms in there as well, which is fantastic. Like I say, this is one of the largest amount of findings we've ever put in a Kumihimo kit like this. It's absolutely fantastic. £21.95p for this incredible kit with 2 matrix collections with it, which is amazing. Thanks so much for that, Sarah.
That's okay.
Gorgeous. Now, I'm staying with you, Sarah.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, this isn't the invisible piece of jewellery that we're showing you, the Emperor's New Clothes. This is actually what our next opportunity is. This has literally just been brought downstairs by our managers. The white display bust. Where has this been? Has it literally just arrived? I think it's literally just arrived in the building. Now, Sarah, you've done countless craft fairs over the years.
Yeah.
You've done countless craft fairs. I have done a craft fair. I've done one. Okay. And I learned very, very quickly the importance of displaying jewellery in an effective way when I was selling my pieces of jewellery. The first day I did a craft fair, I didn't sell anything.
No.
And I was thinking, why am I not selling it? Is it me? Is it me? Is it my prices? What is it?
Yeah.
And it was because the stall wasn't inviting enough. I wasn't displaying my jewellery in an effective way. As soon as I started to use levels,
That's it.
it makes the world of difference.
Well, the thing is, if you think your customer is coming to your stall and they're coming and they're facing you, they haven't got an eye in the sky. So if all of your jewellery is flat on your table, they have to get right up to your table and then overlook it to see what they're going to be purchasing. So for instance, if I'm just going to use a bracelet and I put it on the table, it doesn't have any appeal.
No.
Whereas if it's up, you can see that as you walk towards the stall, you can see that. So if that was a necklace, I've just got a bracelet there. But if that was your piece of jewellery, if it was flat on the table, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't be able to check what it is. So just to have it at the correct angle for your customer to be able to see it is just going to change the whole appearance of your stall. It's going to increase your sales because people can actually see what you've got on offer.
Now, Sarah, let's face it, not everyone who watches Jewellery Maker has the confidence to do craft fairs. Not everyone wants to do craft fairs. Not everyone wants to sell their jewellery. How else can you use this? Okay, when you're making a piece of jewellery, it's really important sometimes that you see the piece of jewellery in situ, as it were. So you can't make the piece of jewellery yourself because that's really quite difficult to do. So to make it, when it's on something which is the same shape as your décolletage, absolutely fantastic. So literally to get the symmetry, to get the beads hanging right, brilliant. You spend hours and hours and hours making all of your jewellery, okay? What a beautiful way to display your jewellery rather than putting it in a box somewhere or putting it in a jewellery box somewhere, to have it displayed on your windowsill, in your bedroom or in your living room, and just have your gorgeous necklaces just displayed in a really beautiful, effective way. It's not just about selling your jewellery, is it, Sarah? It's about making your life easier when you're making a piece of jewellery, but also displaying your jewellery in a really pretty way as well.
You may have a really intricate piece of jewellery that has lots of chain, for instance, and might get tangled if you put it in a jewellery box. So you could leave it on there, ready to go for the next morning, knowing full well it's going to be pristine condition.
Absolutely.
You'll often see a lot of us jewellery makers have these on the table in front of us, especially if we're hanging charms onto a neckline of a piece, or we're adding extra little bits of chain with jump rings. To have that extra pair of hands, to have the neckline piece already sitting on the bust ready to go, so we can add those pieces and see how they're hanging and see if they're symmetrical or at the level we want them to be. This is an absolute perfect
It's like when you see a dressmaker using a mannequin or using you as a mannequin when they're pinning things up, when they're putting a hem on something. You know, it's really, really important for them that they see that the garment is hanging correctly. Same goes for making pieces of jewellery. This is kind of your mannequin, as it were. Right, already I've got dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people coming through to get this. We don't have an infinite amount of these busts in stock today. Unfortunately, we've only got just over 200. They're all going to go on today's show. It's an amazing price point. You don't need me to tell you that. Here it is. It's incredible. £7.95p. I mean, it is absolutely tremendous. You've got your white display bust. We'll have people texting in. I know we're going to have people texting in asking about this on the back. What is this on the back? Well, it's a little piece of elastic. Sarah, how do you use this little piece of elastic?
Okay, so if you've got a longer neckline piece that maybe has a long piece of chain at the back, but you want to sit it on this bust and get it to the correct level, what you would do is you'd bring the chain over the back of the bust and you would use this little band here just to literally secure the chain under so it hangs properly on your bust, so you get that perfect design. Or if you've got a choker, for instance, you want it to sit really high up around the neckline of the bust, you can then secure your chain or the back of the neckline piece through there.
Perfect. Exactly the kind of thing that you need when you're displaying your pieces. It's slightly cushioned as well, so if you want to, if you've got a necklace, bracelet and earring set, using some of the pins that Sarah's got today, you could just kind of pin, put a couple of pins in so you can hang the necklace, so you can hang the earrings and the bracelet from here as well, and you've got a complete suite of jewellery, and you can do that because it's slightly cushioned, this bust as well. Really fantastic. It's going to help you feel more professional, look more professional. It's a wonderful way of using it as a mannequin when you're physically making your piece of jewellery, so you can see how the piece of jewellery is going to hang. And also, it's just a nice thing to have, to be able to display your lovely pieces of jewellery on in your bedroom, so they're there for display for all to see, because you spend hours and hours and hours making your pieces of jewellery, and it's just a lovely way of displaying it. Gorgeous. Right, that's going to sell out within the next few seconds. I've got loads of people multi-buying. We'll see you at the Wall of Fame. Gorgeous. I've got number 446 here, which is Kumihimo with braid and beaded Kumihimo as well. This is lovely from Sharon. Hi all at JM Towers. My Kumihimo make using Eslon and 3mm silver plated beads as well. My dad thinks it's the best make yet. Oh, brilliant. Awesome. That's from Sharon. Fantastic work there, darling. So intricate. That must have taken you ages to make with Eslon thread. But that's beautiful, isn't it?
Lovely. It is so worthwhile though, but when you get into the groove, it's just very therapeutic. I have 447 here, and this is from Monique, and she's in Redditch, just down the road. This is my Wall of Fame entry, a pendant using black onyx cabochons, copper wire, 0.4 and 1mm, all from Jewellery Maker, and 2 small black onyx from my stash, and that's from Monique in Redditch.
Thanks, Monique. You've got some lovely entries from Monique, it's lovely. Number 448, lovely steampunk piece here from Margaret White in Birmingham, who says, well, my first go at polymer clay had the punk to put in silver clasp, all from Jewellery Maker. Really enjoyed doing it. Could not believe how good it looked when I finished. I do get lots of ideas from Jewellery Maker. And thank you for that. And that's from Margaret. That's gorgeous, Margaret. Thank you so much for that. I love that steampunk look. That looks so great. Your number 448.
I have 449. This is a very short and sweet one. It's from Jane Swell, or Sweel, I don't know. Here is my first picture for the Wall of Fame. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Love those pearls.
Well done, lovey. Number 450, lovely hair comb here from Caroline, who says, number 450. This is my first entry to the Wall of Fame. Oh, brilliant. I'm trying to get ready for a day. I'm trying to get ready for a day in a wee shop, and I thought it would be good to make some wedding or prom jewellery. Absolutely, yes, definitely. I'm truly a JM addict. Love all the designers and presenters, but I have to say I love the combo of Carol and Jan. Oh, lovely. Love watching the two pals having a wee bit of banter. Good luck to everyone. Keep up the great deals and demonstrations and fun. And that's from Caroline. Caroline, thank you so much for that, darling. Awesome. Great. And best of luck with selling your pieces in the local shop. Gorgeous. Right. Topaz coming up at midday. Oh, absolutely amazing. This strand is taken out the schedule for the weekend and put into today's show because I bullied the management. We've also got gorgeous yellow sapphire coming up at 11:30, which is going to be amazing. 2 of the best strands we've ever had on a midweek show. Sorry, what was that? Oh, brilliant, yes. And if you want to find out about tutorials on our website, here's a bit of information on that. Yes, that makes sense-ish.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
We all know that you need the right tools for the job. So here at Jewellery Maker, we have developed our very own tool set just for you. In this larger set, we have provided more tools to help you develop your jewellery making skills even further. The kit includes wire cutters, a bead reamer with replacement tips, an awl, tweezers with a scoop, a sliding gauge, a snip, and all the essential pliers you will need. All of this is yours for just $15.95, neatly presented in a carrying case with an embossed Jewellery Maker logo. Stay tuned for more advice, tutorials and demonstrations of jewellery making. We provide the tools, you provide the skill.
Jewellery Maker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, Jewellery Maker are never far away. Download the Jewellery Maker app today. You can watch our Jewellery Maker shows live, view all the details of the item that is currently on air, as well as browsing all the items from today's show. You can also minimize the video or switch to use as a companion app. Get the Jewellery Maker app today and boost your viewing experience. Do you have a question that you need answering?
Well, did you know you can ask to speak to an accredited jewellery professional in our call centre?
Trained by the GIA, you can ask us any gemological question and we'll do our best to help.
We don't just sell gemstones, we know gemstones.
That's why when you buy from us, you're buying with confidence. Buy your genuine gemstones from genuine accredited jewellery professionals.
Popcorn in my teeth, popcorn in my teeth, oompa loompa, oompa loompa, popcorn in my teeth. Get it out my teeth, really unprofessional, get it out my teeth. You really don't need to see that, do you? Or hear it, or hear me talking about it. I don't know what it is. I think it's a pregnancy thing, but literally, whenever we have a little break, I'm like, eat. Like bumpies. It's like I've got a weird thing inside my stomach saying, eat more. Which is my bumpy is off the growth chart. Literally off the growth chart. Oh, dear me. It's going to be a 12-pounder, I know it is. Can you actually imagine that? Can you actually imagine that?
I nearly had a 12-pounder. I didn't.
Don't. No.
Yeah, Vincent was £11.
Did you know he was going to be £11?
I knew he was going to be big because his brother was big.
Oh dear me.
Yeah.
Frightens the living daylights out of me.
Yeah, there was one of those moments on the scales when the midwife said, "Oh, he's 5," and I went, £5. She went, "No, kilos."
Oh, whoa. Was it Kim or Claire who just said something very helpful? My baby could be as big as this bag. That scares me. Yeah. Is the baby going to have handles and stripes? I don't know. Probably not. Might do though. Right, okay, so what do we got? I've got hair in my face. Right, so the Crafty Shopper bag. This is the ultimate Jewellery Maker bag. It really, really is. The ultimate Jewellery Maker bag. The amount of talk there is about this bag, the amount of excitement there is about this bag is unbelievable. We had a workshop full of ladies the other day who, when we bought this bag on screen, the entire workshop turned round and literally had their noses pressed to the glass in the workshop room because they all wanted this bag. It is absolutely amazing. After the show, I had to go and show the bag to them. It is just incredible. Why is it so great? Why have so many of these sold? What is it about this bag? Okay. This isn't just for jewellery makers. I just want to make this clear. This isn't just for jewellery makers. It's not even for craft. It's not even just for crafters. It's for anybody who is leaving the house with anything other than a little handbag or a little purse. If you're leaving the house with anything more than a purse or a handbag, so if you've got another bag, this is for you. So if you're a new mum and you need a nappy bag, you need a changing bag, this is for you. If you're a student going to art college and you need something to put your paints and your pastels and your projects in, this is for you. If you're a mobile nail technician or a mobile hairdresser, this is for you. If you're going to go, oh goodness me, if you're going to go, oh goodness me, I don't know. If you're going to be leaving the house with anything other than a purse and a little handbag, this is for you. If you're going to be going to the beach for the day, this is for you. This really is for anyone who is going to be leaving the house with anything more than just a handbag or a purse. It really is for you. Why? Okay, right, so you've got your massive, massive bag here, and it is massive, okay? Lovely and long, okay? On the front you've got loads of pockets. 1, 2, 3, 4 massive pockets. Big enough for phones, big enough for tools, big enough for... Goodness, well, look at the size of them, they're huge, okay? You've got another big pocket here, great for a tablet, great for a little computer, great for books, great for files, portfolios. This is the big pocket in the middle. You've got lovely big long handles on this, and they're long enough to put over your, to wear on your shoulder as well. So lovely and long, and I've got a really long body, but this is, yeah, perfect. That's perfect for me, perfect, okay? Big pocket in the middle, which is slightly cushioned, which is nice. So if you've got anything breakable going there, like wine bottles, amazing. So lovely big pocket there. That's how wide it is. Okay, great, awesome. On the back of the bag, you've got another one of these big pockets. Inside, can you see all those little elasticated rings? They go the length of the bag, great for putting things in there like, oh, I don't know, paint brushes or pens and pencils, makeup brushes. So you've got loads and loads of those, okay? You've then got a zippy pocket here, which is great if you want to keep things a bit safer and a bit more secure. Velcro pocket there, and another 2 big pockets here. That's not it though. Pocket here, Velcro pocket here. Business cards, phone, whatever you want to put in there. Another one there as well, okay? We're gonna have to bring the price on screen. I've got so many people there. It's all gonna go. Here's your price. Under £20. Now, I'm ashamed to say this, but this is before Jewellery Maker even existed, before I even knew about the Genuine Gemstone Company, okay? We're talking 2004. I bought myself a laptop bag. And it's one of those kind of designery laptop bags, and you put your laptop in it, and it's not really good for anything else, but you can put your laptop in it. I spent £100 on a laptop, designer laptop bag. Lovely. I don't use it anymore, really, at all. And I can't really use it for anything else because it's specifically designed for that particular laptop. So I can't really use it for anything else. This is under £20. That's £19.95p. There are so many people out there who need a bag like this. And it's not just for crafters, is it, Sarah? It's for anyone who's going to be leaving the house with anything other than a purse, basically.
Yeah, I think this would be great to take on holiday with you and have it as a little beach bag as well.
Definitely.
Or, you know, take it for a picnic, you know, all those little pockets you can put all your little glasses
Knives
in.
and forks and glasses.
Yeah, definitely, you know, and because it's of that sort of style that you can clean it as well.
Yeah.
So if you take it to the beach and you get a bit of sand on the bottom, it's no big deal. But yeah, definitely for everybody. I'm looking at that and thinking I need one of those for my sewing equipment. So I know exactly where it is because I'm always getting asked to sew badges onto Scout and Cub uniforms and where's the needles gone? I can't find them again. So you need them for that sort of thing. But if you move around the house as well to craft, because I quite often will move around the house.
Yeah.
So if I've got a project on the go, I might disappear up to the living room and then take my tools and things with me, but in the bag all ready to go.
Do you know what, Sarah? I was talking to Fleur the other day when she was on the show, and she was saying that she is going to get one of these to put her horse grooming kit in.
Definitely, yeah, because
toothpicks, things like that, and brushes for the horses, because they've got so many pockets in there. It's multifunctional.
That's it.
Brilliant.
You know, I just think for anyone, especially if the kid's got loads of, you know, crafty, arty materials that you might want to store away, and then when they've got a rainy day, just grab that and they're ready to go.
Brilliant. Awesome. Right, moving on. Bit of a crazy camera move there by Matt as well. Thanks for that, Matt. Bit of a kind of a... Yeah, there he is, there he is. This one here... Did you say brand new? There's only 70 chances available. Yellow gold plated 925 sterling silver, handmade rosary link style chain, complete with smoky quartz. Oh my word. Classy, sophisticated, beautiful, quality. The majority of chain you buy nowadays is machine made. In fact, almost all chain is machine made. This is handmade. Why is most chain machine made? Well, most chain nowadays is machine made because of the fact that it's very, very difficult to get uniform links in your chain if you make it by hand. Look at the quality of this chain. Look at how uniform this actually is. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? The quality, the links are seamless. This is all done by hand. In between each one of these gemstones, you've got little individual precious metal wrapped links in between each one of these gemstones. It is all done by hand. Now, historically, these meter lengths of rosary link style precious metal smoky quartz chain, these individual chains have been priced round about, how much are these normally, Kim? Yeah, they're normally about £20, aren't they? Normally about £21.95 or £19.95, and they've been absolutely amazing, and hundreds and thousands of you have come through to get these handmade precious metal chains with gemstones in. Do you want to see the price point for this one today? Brand new, £14.95p. Brand new. I've got less than 70 chances available. That's going to sell out in a few seconds. At £14.95. That has got to be one of the lowest priced handmade chains I have seen for precious metal quality. Absolutely amazing. £14.95p. Well done. A metre of gold-plated 95 sterling silver gemstone chain with smoky quartz. What a price. Absolutely amazing. The phone lines of the web have gone absolutely nuts over this. Doesn't surprise me at all. And you can I mean, it's a toss-up really, isn't it? Whether you want to make your own links and make your own chain, which could take you, what, between 45 seconds and a minute and a half to make each one of these links. From speaking to guest designers, that's kind of roughly what we reckon it would take you. Or come through and get it when we've done it all for you. We've taken into account all the wastage, all of the gemstones, all of the time, all of the effort, all of the energy, and you can get it for under £15. Well done, everyone. Loads of people coming through for this. Well done. That's one of the lowest priced metre length precious metal chains I've ever bought you. Well done. Brilliant. Okay, next. This is such a cool tool. I love this one. Have you used this one yet, Sarah?
Which one's that?
The earring maker.
Yes, use that one.
It's so fantastic, isn't it?
It is, and it just takes all that guesswork out. You get every single piece is going to be 100% uniform, and you don't need any particular difficult skills. You just follow the instructions on them, and that's it.
The instructions for this tool are on the back. It could not be simpler. You are going to make ear wires this size. This is the actual size that you're able to make. And the great thing about these, yes, it comes with instructions, but also it leaves you with enough leeway if you want to trim these down, if you want to embellish them, if you want to add anything onto them, if you want to make these a little bit wider, a little bit narrow. It really leaves you with enough ear wire to be able to have a bit of a play. It's so simple and easy. You literally get your wire through that hole there, which is at the bottom there, take your wire around the top, curve it down there, underneath there, done. You are literally done. And you can make hundreds and hundreds, thousands of earring findings, and they'll all be absolutely identical. They're amazing. Your price point for this is wonderful as well. If you're just starting out with jewellery making, you're just starting out with your wire work, this is great because you're going to get those guaranteed results every single time. Here's your price point. £4.95p. That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah? Absolutely incredible. Well done. Loads of people coming through for this. Lots of people multi-buying as well. Well done, everyone. Isn't that incredible? So if you're open earring wire jig, absolutely fantastic. And this is the actual size you're going to be able to make. It comes with instructions on the back, and you can also see there are instructions which are folded up and on the back of the tool as well. So you've got two lots of instructions with this, which is absolutely brilliant. Do you remember which gauge wire you've used to make these,
Typically,
Sarah?
if you're making for somebody you don't know, I'd use a 0.6 because that's the standard sort of gauge that most people's ear piercings will be. But if you wear earrings all the time, you might have a slightly larger piercing hole, and you can get a 0.8 through that.
Okay.
And just make sure that when you're making earring findings, that if you've got the wire burr, that you take any sharp bits off, or if not, you can just get a little file and just file any sharp bits off your wire.
Fantastic.
But you can make all your earrings in all different colours then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not limited to the kind of colour of wire that you use at all. And if you're using, you know, a 0.6 or a 0.8 millimetre gauge wire, then absolutely, you know, every single colour of the rainbow. You're not limited at all, which is great. Okay, next. I've got an amazing strand for you next. Now, Kim, is this strand new? Because I cannot remember the last time I bought you a new strand of this gemstone. Can't remember. This is extremely rare. It is extremely special to have this on the show. In fact, the last time I saw this was a strand on the Designer Inspiration show, and I think it was Becky who was your presenter. It was a brand new strand, and I looked at the call screen and how many people were coming through for this, and it was such a fast-selling strand. This is very, very special indeed. You can only get this gemstone in one place in the world, the Dominican Republic. Tell you what, this is as close as I'm going to get to the Dominican Republic, I can tell you that for nothing. This is absolutely astonishing, from the sun-drenched isles of the Dominican Republic. This is Larimar. One of the most idyllic gemstones, one of the most beautiful, soothing, calming, relaxing gemstones in the world. 230 carats of genuine, natural Larimar. Now, this gemstone is the stuff of legends, really. When you know those big cruise liners that go on cruises across the world, and it takes them a month, you know, to get from one continent to another continent, and people on these cruises for more weeks of the year than they're actually not on the cruise, you know, those big, luxurious, mega luxury cruise liners. You'll find Larimar featuring on those cruise liners. Why? Well, there's a couple of really good reasons, actually. First reason is, a lot of these big cruise liners hold things like gemstone seminars. Okay, so you can find out about gemstones which are local to the destinations where you're travelling to. So imagine you're on this gorgeous luxury cruise liner, and you're going to be travelling to a far-off destination like the Dominican Republic. Wouldn't it be interesting to find out about a gemstone which is indigenous to the Dominican Republic, to educate yourself about it? Well, that's one of the reasons why it's on these cruise liners. Another reason is, a lot of these big luxury cruise liners have jewellers. And a lot of these jewellers feature gemstones like Songhia ruby, Colombian emerald, tanzanite, some of the most beautiful fancy sapphires in the world, canary yellow diamonds, you know, really the creme de la creme de la creme. They also feature gemstones like Larimar as well. A lot of gemologists, a lot of gem connoisseurs, a lot of gem lovers put Larimar up there with the likes of Songhia ruby and tanzanite and Colombian emeralds. And the reason for that is the rarity of this gemstone, the natural qualities of this gemstone, the fact that you can only get it from one place in the world, which, like tanzanite, is a major, major appeal to this gemstone. If you look on the internet, at price points of Larimar in the Dominican Republic, or on some of these big institution fashion websites that sell Larimar set into 18 karat gold, the price points will make your eyes pop out. They really, really will do. But, you know, it's an incredibly rare gemstone. Here on Jewellery Maker, we can bring you natural Larimar all the way from the Dominican Republic. In my opinion, the same quality, if not more beautiful than a lot of the Larimar that I've seen on the internet. And this is your price point for the strands. I'd just get it if I were you. I would just get it if I were you. Don't ask any questions, just get it. Now, how are we able to bring you such a rarity, such a beauty, at such a price? Okay, here at Jewellery Maker, okay, if you imagine actually some of these big, beautiful jewellery boutiques, how many pieces of Larimar do you think they're actually buying? How many pieces of Larimar jewellery do you think they're actually buying? How many pieces of Larimar do you think they're buying to set into jewellery? Per year? Maybe, I don't know, let's, for argument's sake, say 100 or 50, yeah? In this one strand, we won't just order 100 of these strands. We will wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until we can order 200 or 300 of this strand. Yes, it means that we're going to have to wait for weeks and weeks and weeks for the gemstone to come into stock, because we've got to wait till there's enough Larimar that's been mined and enough Larimar about to be able to bring you this strand. But it's much better for us to be able to buy 200 or 300 strands of Larimar than to buy 50 at a time, because it means we can buy it at a better price point, which means we can bring it to you at a much, much, much better price point. This gemstone is incredibly rare. Looking at that price point, I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking, goodness me, $5.95, how are they doing it? That is how we're doing it. Honestly, truthfully, that is how we do it. And we work on the smallest margins here at Jewellery Maker. We really, really do. Now, unbelievably beautiful, yeah? An incredibly strong example of Larimar. I've now got our spotlight deal, which is one of the most exciting gemstone strands I have bought you this year. Genuine yellow sapphire. It's incredible. I've got two strands coming up. I've got a strand coming up now, and I've got a strand coming up at midday. I have been to our management team and I've been badgering them, and I've been saying, look, can we get, during our Wednesday and Thursday's show, can we please get some of those cheeky strands that you put into the weekend shows, when arguably we've got the biggest audiences of all, okay? It took a lot of persuasion, but I've managed to get two absolute beauties on today's show, okay? When I saw what had been given to us on the screen, I thought, brilliant. We've got yellow sapphire, we've got blue topaz coming up at midday. I thought, brilliant, awesome. This morning I came into the studio and I physically had a look at the strands. Oh my word, this is something very, very, very special indeed. Genuine yellow sapphire. This strand has been taken out of this weekend's schedule, put into today's show, okay? Obviously with a strand like this, I can only bring you a certain quantity. I've actually got less than 40 chances available. The quality you're getting here is beyond gem quality. I mean, we're talking museum quality in my personal opinion. This is extremely, extremely special. Why? What makes this strand so special? Okay. First of all, I want you to have a look at this strand, and I want you to consider that this has all been hand faceted and hand drilled. Isn't that incredible? If somebody said to you, you could bottle sunshine, or you could bottle happiness, that is what the strand would look like, yeah? That is exactly what it would look like, because this is pure sunshine, pure happiness, isn't it? Yellow sapphire, and it really works with yellow sapphire more than any other colour of sapphire that I can think of. Yellow sapphire works in an interesting way. You've got to think of how vivid the gemstone is. The more vivid the gemstone, the more intense the colour, the more light there is coming out of the gemstone, generally speaking, the rarity and the amount people will pay for it increases. The more intense the colour, the more vivid the colour, and the more light there is, the more internal brilliance there is coming from this gemstone, generally speaking, means this gemstone is a much rarer sample and it becomes a lot more desirable. Now, in my personal opinion, knowing that sapphire comes in every single colour of the rainbow, apart from red, which is ruby, for me, to be able to bring you a strand where the colour matching, clarity matching, luster matching, everything is matching, is unbelievably special, okay? Because every single one of these gemstones has got the same colour, the same clarity, the same luster. That in itself is remarkable. And then when you think about the fact that with yellow sapphire, the more vivid the colour, the more brilliant the gemstone, so how much sparkle there is from the gemstone coming from the inside of the gem, and how intense the colour is, the more intense the colour, generally speaking, the more desirable, and it can mean people will pay much, much, much higher prices for this gemstone increases. This gemstone strand literally has it all, which is why we could only bring you just over 30 strands of this, because I think if we'd have tried to bring you 100 strands of this, I think we'd probably be waiting for another 3 or 4 years to find enough yellow sapphires that with this colour, that with this quality, to be able to put onto strands like this to bring to you, okay? So I've been able to bring you just over 30. I've already got people who don't even know what price this is going to be today. If you want to get possibly the finest example of yellow sapphire we can possibly bring you on Jewellery Maker, then you can do it today, okay? But honestly, when we're talking about the vivid nature of this colour, the intensity of this colour, the brilliance coming out of this gemstone, I've got Ali DeFoy saying that strand is gorgeous. It is absolutely amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible. And honestly, if you could bottle sunshine and happiness in a strand, this is it. I've never seen a strand of yellow sapphire that has got this amount of uniformity. It's never happened to me before. This is your price, but only for just over 30 of you, because that's all I've got. I've got people coming in left, right and centre for this. To be able to bring you a strand of gemstones as pure as this for anywhere near £100 for me is remarkable. Today, the colour matching, the clarity matching, the luster matching, everything in this strand is working for you. Every single gemstone is identical. Every single gemstone has got the same character. And it's a pretty intense character. When we're talking about how rare and how desirable this gemstone is, with the colour as vivid as it is, with the colour as intense as it is, with the brilliance as brilliant as it is, $69.95, absolutely incredible. You know, I'd love to see this team with some pearls, or team with some really, you know, with some really, really, really precious, very, very special genuine gemstones, because this is a very, very special strand of yellow sapphire. That is absolutely incredible. Amazing quality there. Well done to everyone who's come through to get that. I've got a few of you with this in baskets. Please check your baskets out as quickly as you can, because that is very, very special indeed. But only for just over 30 of you. That's it. Once it's gone, it's gone. I doubt very much we'll get another strand of that in again. Coming up about midday, I got this. Woo! Coming up at midday, the most outstanding strand of blue topaz. That's coming up about midday. Ooh. Can't wait to bring you that. Woo! Okay, here we go. Okay, we made an executive decision with this kit we made an executive decision with this kit. This kit is off the scale. Simple as off the scale. The demo we're going to see with this kit is absolutely gorgeous. And actually, oh, Sarah, would you mind passing me the demo we're going to see? Because it's just so cute. I love it. It's the most beautiful. Oh, look at this. It's the most adorable little ring. Hope Ali hasn't seen this. If she sees it, she's going to nab this. I'm going to nab it for Ali. A beautiful little heart-shaped ring. It's just gorgeous. Made with components from our final kit of the day. Okay, gorgeous. What are you going to be getting? Okay, right. There's a lot. There's an awful lot. Red coral, one of my favourite gems. Red coral, plain 3mm rounds. Beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Shell coins, multicolour shell coins. Blues, oranges, greens, purples, yellows. Oh, they're gorgeous, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Heart-shaped shell. Flat beads. Oh, they're stunning. Imagine all of these made into rings. There's dozens of gemstones here. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Threading pack, monofilament beading thread and elastic. Also, findings. 118 silver-plated copper findings. There's a lot of findings, everyone. You've got your head pins, you've got a metre of chain, you've got your spacer beads, you've got earring findings, you've got a gorgeous connector, you've got T-bar clasps. There's your connector there. Here's your chain. Lovely, lovely, lovely open link chain. Woo! Okay. T-bar clasp. Whoa! Check it out! How cool is that? 3 different varieties of head pins, 2 different varieties of earring findings. Hang on, there's some earring findings there. Love those. Gorgeous, 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 okay? So 118 silver-plated copper findings. Then, you're going to be getting this. 1, 2, 3 lots of woven cotton cord. 30 metres of woven cotton cord. Neon blue, neon green, neon orange. Amazing. Now, we made an executive decision with this kit. This kit today should be £28.10p. Do you know what? I'd come in and get it at that price, would you? I would. I would. Yeah. How many of those rings would you have to sell for a £5 each to be able to make the price up for that kit? What? 6? That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah, amazing. Today, how do you fancy a kit for under £20? Woo! £19.95p. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Absolutely amazing. But do you know what we're going to do? We're going even lower today. This is your deal. This is Kim's executive decision. I accept no responsibility for that because that is the most ridiculous price point I have seen for the last 6 months for a kit. That is absolutely obscene. That is a bundle price for a kit. Don't you dare put Carol's fault at the bottom of the page. That's not my fault. Kim, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I'll take it on the chin. I'll take it for the team.
Okay, Sarah's saying she'll take it for the team. It's Sarah's fault. There we go.
Yep.
Sarah's fault. There you go. Sarah's fault. It's all Sarah's doing. Honestly, this is below a bundle price for a kit. This is a silly clearance bundle price for a kit. A kit. There you are, Sarah. Sarah's fault.
That's
brilliant.
Sarah's fault. That's
awesome. It's all your fault.
Oh my.
Amazing.
Yes.
Now, Sarah, I'm going to bring this ring over. It's so cute. I love this ring. I love this kit. It's so much fun. Going towards the Easter holidays, Sarah.
So vibrant.
Great kit to make up when you're at the when it's raining outside.
That's it.
During the Easter holidays.
Yeah. Bit of fun, bit of sunshine, bit of summer. And it's all the sort of things you can wear. You know, you might not want to take your I don't know, you might not want to take your pearls and things like that on holiday. Why not take some of these pieces on holiday and have a little bit of fun?
Yes, why not? I totally agree, Sarah.
I'd wear
Love
those.
what you've done with the chain there. That's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
I'd wear those heart earrings with the 3 hearts. I'd wear those every day.
They're so
lovely.
cute. Look at these. See, but that would make a lovely back charm as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And it's just 3 lengths of chain, and you know, just add the hearts on.
You've made loads of pairs of earrings. I love these. They're gorgeous. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of earrings. Lovely piece here. That is so bright, Sarah. That's awesome. I love it.
That's very me.
Yeah.
Because I'd wear a white t-shirt and just wear that with it and just be, that's it, done.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Really embrace the fact that you've got lovely, lovely bright colours in here. This is awesome as well. That's nice. What knot is that, Sarah?
That is, what is it? I'm just trying to think. It's half a half hitch going down, alternating with 2 different colour cords. So it's almost like
Lovely.
a herringbone half hitch knot.
Awesome.
I think I'm making that up on the fly there.
I think you probably are, but that's okay. I believe you. Don't worry. Now, demo-wise, we're going to see this gorgeous ring. This is such a lovely piece of jewellery, Sarah. I love it.
I did the red with the coral there, but you know, you could have picked any of the colours.
No, I like the red.
Yeah.
I like the red.
I'm going to demo with both red and pink.
How do we do it then?
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to pick your focal bead. So I've picked, in this instance, a pink one, but I'm going to show you the second half with the red one. And all you need to do is you need to take a piece of the beading thread and take it through from the bottom to the top. Very simple so far. There we are.
I can do that.
Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have another piece of beading thread as well. And now this is just a top tip for using these smaller beads. And I know a lot of people get put off using smaller beads because they find them a little tricky to get onto the beading thread.
Okay.
So I did that one before, but what I've done is there's 2 little threads that run through the strand, and the other one's down here. Can you see? I've fed it through the beads and I've just pulled it out. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. So I've only got 1 thread running through most of my beads on this strand, which means there's a little bit more space for my beading thread to go through. What I do is I take the tail of my strand and I wrap it around my index finger just to create a little tension there. Then you can just take your beading thread and you can almost, like threading a needle, just thread the beads on. So you can see that I've got my beads on there, onto my beading thread, and they're ready to come off onto my beading thread very quickly. There we are. And that's just so, you know, it saves you the time.
Oh, so much easier.
And then what you're going to do is have 4 beads on each of the 4 tails of your cord. So if I put that through, so I've got 2 pieces of my beading thread coming through my heart. If I put that on there, can you see? I've got them coming in both directions. So there's 2 pieces of beading thread. I'm going to put 4 beads on each section like that.
Lovely.
Well, you don't want to see me, even however quick I can do it, you don't want to see me do it. So here's one I prepared earlier. And you can see what I've done on one side is I've just put, oops, sorry, there we go. Just put a crimp on there because you can only get 1 piece of beading thread through these 3 mil beads. But that's not a problem. And I've put a crimp bead on the other side. Now at this point you need to make sure that when you crimp this, you crimp it so that the heart is actually facing out the front. Don't crimp it like that because otherwise you won't be able to twist it around the back of the heart.
Okay.
And then all I'm going to do is actually using my pliers as an extra friend. There we go. Just pull that crimp bead down and crimp that off so that I have that.
Ah, cute.
Now I could use that as I have similarly in the neckline piece to make sure all my hearts are sitting that way. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off. Now this is where you need to make sure that you have really crimped these really well because you're going to cut one of your strands off at this point. And then to do the rest of the bracelet, again the same technique.
Ring.
Oh, sorry, ring.
It's a ring, Sarah, not a bracelet. A ring, a bracelet for a borrower.
Is that trapdoor creaking? I can hear it. I can hear it creaking. And then I'm just going to add however many beads you need to make this fit your personal ring size onto this other side like that. Now, I just measure these personally against my own thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So you can just take both sets of cords around your finger and measure them until they meet. And just remember you need to leave the size of a crimp and a crimp cover in between. And then what you would do is when you get to the back of it, if I just show you on this one,
go for it.
is you take both threads in opposite directions through the back here and just put a crimp and a crimp cover, and crimp covers on the other two just to cover everything up.
That's quite nice with those little crimp covers, I
and
think.
these are so comfortable because the beads move when you put the ring on. They actually almost roll up your finger when you put them on.
Lovely.
So you get a beautiful little design like that.
Oh, look, that's so cute.
Isn't it just?
I love it. They're gorgeous. The entire kit, £16.95p. What a price! It's like a clearance bundle price for a kit.
Amazing.
Absolutely incredible. As I'm sure you're aware, it has been very, very, very popular. What a gorgeous kit. That is going to go within the next few seconds. Well done, everyone. Thanks so much for that, Sarah.
That's okay.
And I might have to nab that ring before Ali before he sees it. Because she will take it. She's terrible. Right, okay, I'm going to head back over here. Okay. Right, now, next. 2 cord bundles. So I've got my cables. 2 cord bundles. Here we go. First one. Excuse me. Waxed cord. Rainbow waxed cord. This is lovely. You're going to be getting 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 metres of your waxed cord. Green. Blue. Purple. Grey. Orange. Red and yellow. That is a total of 70 metres of your waxed cord. Absolutely gorgeous. When you tie knots in it, it sticks, and it is probably the best cord to use if you're a beginner to macrame, isn't it, Sarah?
It is, and it's quite quick to build your designs as well. So if you're starting off doing macrame or you're doing your braiding techniques, I wouldn't start with an S-long cord because you're going to be there forever to make your design. So this is perfect for that. It's great for learning to make those knots and getting them to stick. Whereas if you try and use a satin, sometimes although the satin cord is beautiful in the right purpose in the right place, this just has that extra little quality of allowing those knots just to sort of almost adhere to each other.
Definitely, definitely, well said. Right, okay, so 70 metres in total. It's going to be an amazing price point. Here you go. $6.95. How amazing is that? Not quite as good as Lucy's $6.95 song, sorry, but it was a go. It was a go. I had a go. I had a go. What can I say? I had a go. Like her to do the challenge song. Yeah. That's a really difficult song. Well done, everyone. So 70 metres in total. Sorry, say again, sweetie. We're being asked, how many metres would you need for a standard Kumihimo bracelet?
Okay, for a Kumihimo bracelet, depending on what size you want, so if you're doing a 7-inch bracelet, for instance, a 7.5-inch bracelet, for instance, you're going to have about 1 inch for your clasp, so you can forget about that straight away. And so you're going to need about 6.5 inches times 3 for each cord on your 8 strands. That's the easiest way. If you just think 3 times the length you want the bracelet to be is what your working cords need to be, and each one will need to be that long. So if it's an 8 strand, you'd need 8 cords, 3.5 times the length of your bracelet.
8 cords, 3.5 times your bracelet. Yes, I can understand that.
Yeah. So I always say 3 to 3.5, depending on how tight you braid your Kumihimo and what the weight is and things like that. All affect the amount of cord it uses. But don't forget, when you've finished your braid, if it comes up a little short, if you stretch it and pull it, you'll actually get a little bit longer.
Oh, good tip.
So don't forget to do that, especially if you're going to have lots of charms, or if you're doing a neckline piece that's going to have a heavy pendant on it. Always remember to stretch your braid first, because over time it will naturally do that, and you'll probably end up from being a 16-inch neckline piece to being suddenly it's an 18-inch neckline piece. Right.
If you're using less, so if you're using more, less or more cords, is the maths different?
It depends on the type of braid as well. So an 8-strand braid is 3 times. If you're doing a flat braid on the square plate, it's typically 2 times the amount of cord. So depending on the braid, so it's about experimenting at the end of the day, because some of the braids I've done in the past aren't very cord hungry, and other ones are. So just depending on the type of technique.
So always cut off more than you need, basically.
Yes. Yeah, because if you make a longer piece of Kumihimo, don't worry, you can cut it up just by where you want to cut it. just tie it off with monofilament in 2 sections right next to each other and cut in between those 2 tied sections, and you can make, I've made little Kumihimo beads off my offcuts and actually put them in neckline pieces. So don't worry if it comes out too long. It's better that it comes out too long than too short.
Absolutely, yeah. Brilliant. Thanks for that, Sarah. Brilliant. So 70 metres of your waxed cord in all the colours of the rainbow for $6.95. Okay, which one, sorry, sweetie? 15. Yeah. Next, satin cord. Satin cord. Here it is. Not long till the blue topaz, everyone. Okay, so bumpy. Satin cord. Okay, so what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 80 metres. I can count. I can count to 8. 80 metres of your satin cord here. I know. I'm not the sharpest tool in the box when it comes to counting. I'm terrible. In fact, Hattie's getting better at counting than I am. 1, 2, what's next? So you've got 10 metres of white, 10 metres of yellow, 10 metres of orange, 10 metres of red, 10 metres of what colour is that? That's green. 10 metres of purple, 10 metres of black, and 10 metres of psychedelic rainbow. Woo, woo, woo! All the colours of the rainbow on this one. I love this one. It's so cool. In fact, I want to
pieces of that because my children use it all the time.
I bet they do.
Every time I go to use it, it's gone.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, they really, you know, kids will love these. And it's the kind of colour of loom bands, isn't it?
It is,
Which has been very, very popular over the last 12, 18 months or so. Look at the colours. From yellow to green to blue. And then that goes from purple and then into pink. It's absolutely gorgeous. So you've got a total of 80 metres of your satin cord here. All of those gorgeous colours and then that beautiful rainbowy one as well, which I absolutely love. Okay. Fantastic. Right. How low are we going to go with this one, Kimbo? Because you are getting 80 metres here. So I'd expect this to be a little bit more of a higher price point than the last one we did, yeah? $7.95, maybe $8.95? No? $6.95? Incredible! That's for 80 metres of your satin cord there. Absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful, wonderful quality there. Just beautiful. So $6.95 for your 80 metres of your satin cord. And it's really, it's a really luxurious, feeling braid that you make with your satin cord, isn't it?
It is. It's so silky smooth against the neckline or the wrist. And, you know, it just is such a really nice medium to wear against the skin. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm trying to stack these up and look like I'm really professional.
It's just too many.
It's not really, but forget it! Just forget it! It's 80 metres that you're going to be getting and it's only $6.95. Well done, everyone. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, let's go and draw the Wall of Fame. We'll see you over there. Okay, so we've got the last few of these to read out. Number 451 is from Kerry, who says, please can you post us on the Wall of Fame?
Oh.
That's all she says. Kerry Walker, can you put a bit more detail about your jewellery next time, please? Because it's absolutely gorgeous. You're number 451. Best of luck, darling. Awesome.
And I've got 452. Beautiful pair of bracelets, and this is from Maureen. She says, morning to all, I thought I'd send you pictures of 2 macrame bracelets I made for the first time, and everything, really enjoyed making them. Good luck to this week's draw. I think that was going to say everything from Jewellery Maker, but she forgot to say the rest of it. So good luck in the draw.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that, Lovey. Number 453, lovely Kumihimo braids here from Di. Attached as mine too for this week's Wall of Fame, another Kumihimo necklace with rose gold beads from Jewellery Maker. I love the look of that. Di, that's absolutely beautiful. Thanks so much for that. That's 453. Wicked.
And I've got 454. And this is from Sharon. She said, I thought you'd like to see the bracelets I made and I had it valued. All gems and 925 sterling silver findings are from Jewellery Maker and represent the birthstones of the whole year apart from diamonds.
Oh, lovely.
It was made as a 50th birthday present for a best friend and the jeweller valued it at £250 to £300.
Fabulous!
And her best friend absolutely absolutely loves it, and that's Helen, her friend.
Oh, brilliant!
And I hope you do too. Fingers crossed for a win, as it was my 50th recently, and it would be nice to be able to treat myself. Keep up the great work and wonderful deals. Very best wishes from Sharon Corder in Kent.
Sharon, that's amazing. Well, great news.
That's amazing, isn't it?
That piece is valued at over £200. That's so brilliant. Oh, well done, you. I bet you were absolutely made up over that. Number 455, lovely set of jewellery here made by Joe, who's from Cork in Ireland. It says, attached is my first Wall of Fame entry made from white magnesite and moss agate strands. All gemstones and findings are from Jewellery Maker. Hope it's good enough for the wall. Of course it is. Love the show so much my husband thinks the Jewellery Maker telephone is engraved on the TV. Really? Is it really? That's hilarious. He's yes, engraved on the TV when he changes channel. Best of luck to all entrants, and that's Joe from who's from Cork in Ireland. Absolutely gorgeous. Thanks a lot for that, Joe, and best of luck, darling. Right, okay. Should we draw the Wall of Fame?
Woo. Shall I do it?
Yeah, go on. Okay, I'll do the runner-up.
Right.
Look how many entries we've had this week. Last week we had loads. This week we got loads.
Well, I'd say, you know, it's worth it, isn't it?
It is definitely worth it.
Get an entry in.
And even if we don't read your entry out, every entry gets entered into the Wall of Fame, even if we don't have the chance to read them all out. This week's runner-up, winning £50 credit to their Jewellery Maker account, is number 408. Who's number 408? Do you know? Oh, Amelia. Amelia! Sorry, sweetie.
Shall I do the other
you
one?
weren't there with your piece of paper and your ruler, and I thought, why isn't she there with a piece of paper and a ruler? I thought,
Give me a drum roller.
okay, number 408. Rose Milton, congratulations, darling. £50 credit to your Jewellery Maker account. Wicked, well done. And this week's winner for the Wall of Fame, winning £100 credit to their Jewellery Maker account, is...
Right, all the way to the corners. I have 200 and... Let me just lock that so it doesn't all fall out. 244.
244?
244, and that is the wonderful Helen McPhillips.
Yay!
Helen, congratulations, well done. That's £100 credit to your Jewellery Maker account. Well done to Helen, who's the winner. Well done to Rose, who's the runner-up for this week. Well done, everyone. Topaz, oh my word! One of them, oh, look at that epic strand. It's coming up in just a couple of seconds. It's absolutely beautiful. Don't go anywhere. And if you want to know how to enter the Wall of Fame, it's so simple. Here's how to do it.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck! Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
Topaz is a really popular gemstone within the jewellery making trade. It's traditionally thought as being a light blue, sky blue tone, but actually in its natural form, topaz is clear to yellow. Clear and yellow topazes are referred to as Imperial topaz, whereas the sky blue varieties and also London blue topaz are heated to achieve these really desirable colours. Topaz is often coated as well with a metallic oxide or just simply metallic coatings, and these can give rise to many different variants of mystic topaz. These give a really lovely rainbow array when light hits them. Topaz is also incredibly hard, being 8 on the Mohs scale, and also has a good RI, so again it makes it perfect for being set in jewellery.
Jewellery Maker offers an extensive range of creative workshops for all levels, from beginners right through to advanced. Each workshop is run by our approachable tutors who are all friendly, knowledgeable and are specialists in their field of expertise. Our popular courses are tailor-made to suit your needs and to help you get started with a new hobby or to advance your skills onto the next level. We keep the class sizes small to ensure you get plenty of one-to-one attention, so book early to avoid disappointment. For more information, contact our call centre or visit our website.
Look at the quality you have got here. This has been a real achievement for me today. I've been bullying management for a strand like this for ages. Ages and ages and ages and ages and ages. I can't, this is just, oh, I mean, it's just idyllic, isn't it? If you were looking for the dictionary definition of what blue topaz should look like, this is it, isn't it? This is it. Blue topaz, whether it's Sky or Swiss or London blue, it can be summed up very, very simply and easily by the 4 C's. We don't really talk about the 4 C's on Jewellery Maker that often. We only really talk about the 4 C's on our sister channels when we've got rings and pendants and things like that, pieces of physical jewellery. And the 4 C's directly relate to kind of the anatomy of the gemstone. They relate to the cut, the colour, the clarity, and the carat weight of a gemstone. And if you've got all of those 4 C's working in harmony together, you know you've got a winning formula. You just know you've got a winning formula. Going through the 4 C's with a gemstone strand like this is just, I know it's going to work. I know it's going to work. Let's talk about the cut. Well, these gemstones have been hand faceted and hand drilled. These are immaculately faceted, graduated drops of blue topaz. I mean, just immaculate. They've all been hand faceted, hand drilled. You can just, I mean, looking at that strand, it is just, you can tell it's been faceted with such care, such precision, such beauty. Let's talk about the colour of these. They've got that beautiful sky blue edge going into that Swiss blue edge. So halfway between what I would call sky blue and Swiss blue, it's like that holiday blue sky. Just gorgeous. Let's talk about the clarity on each one of these gemstones. Well, you can see the bright white brilliance coming from these incredible gemstones, which is just indicative of diamond-like clarity, that adamantine luster which you get from gem quality blue topaz like this. And the carat weight, well, you've got a strand of 65 carats of immaculate blue topaz here, which has been divided up between these beautifully faceted gemstones. I mean, the 4 C's in this instance, it's just so wonderfully displayed. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, this strand was actually scheduled for this weekend. And I said to the management upstairs a couple of weeks ago, I said, look, I said, the weekends we have the biggest audience figures, and we do. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have the biggest audience figures because people aren't working at the weekend, generally speaking, and they have more time to watch, they have more time to watch the show. I said, can we just try something out? Can we try putting one of our big weekend strands on a midweek show when arguably our audience and our viewer figures are that little bit lower? And they gave me this. I mean, this for me is the pinnacle of that blue topaz quality. It's exactly the way it should look. This is the dictionary definition of your blue topaz. Now, it's really interesting actually. I've got kind of an even split at the minute of people coming through on the web and the phone lines for this. I had a lot of people who came through who were waiting to come through on the phone lines even before the graphics were on screen, because as soon as the graphics came on screen, I had Anne in Kent who came straight through on the phone lines and just got 2 of these. You know, there's lots of people who are just coming through to get 1s and 2s of this strand just purely because they can see that is a classic example of blue topaz. That is an immaculate quality. It's got that hand-faceted quality, it's got that beauty behind it, it's got that brilliance, it's got absolutely everything that you look for in a blue topaz. The price point for this strand is absolutely astonishing. Because, yeah, you've got the 4 C's in great amounts here. And normally, particularly on our sister channels, if you've got the 4 C's to such great avail, and if you've got them with such in such huge amounts, the colour, the clarity, the cut, the carat weight, you'd expect to see a price point on a strand like this of, well, similar to the price point that we bought you for the yellow sapphire. 60, 70, 80 pounds maybe. Do you know what? Today, the price point for this is nowhere near that. Yes, it looks like a strand of Paraby. Yes, it looks like a strand of the best aquamarine you've ever seen. Yes, it even looks like a strand of Ratnakiri blue zircon. But do you know what? The price point today, if you tried to get Paraby of this quality, or Santa Maria aquamarine of this quality, or Ratnakiri blue zircon of this quality, there would be no way on earth you would be able to get it for a price point like this. This is astonishing. I mean astonishing. Because today it's not 60 or 70 or 80 pounds. Today, this is your price. I can hardly believe that. Honestly, I can hardly believe that. This strand, like I say, was scheduled to play over the weekend. I said to the managers upstairs, I said, let's take one of the best strands from the weekend, pop it onto a midweek show, let's see what happens. And oh my word, you are loving this. You are absolutely loving this. I've got people coming through from all over the country, from all over the world coming through to get this. So as far away as Pennsylvania with Deborah, to just down the road in Warwickshire, to Judy in the West Midlands, Cara in Bristol, Anonymous in Lincolnshire, Leslie in Hampshire, Marilyn in Nottinghamshire. I've got people from Surrey, Warwickshire, Yorkshire, Sussex, Manchester, Surrey, Glamorgan, Devon, Kent, Tyne and Wear, Lanarkshire, London, Middlesex, Merseyside, Berkshire, Durham, Manchester, Suffolk, Angus, Northumberland. I've got people from absolutely everywhere coming through to get this. It is arguably one of the best examples of blue topaz you can get on Jewellery Maker and that we've ever bought you, because these are beautifully hand faceted, hand drilled, 3-dimensional, pretty much brie cut blue topaz. The quality is it is pretty much divine, isn't it? It is immaculate quality, immaculate colour, unbelievable clarity, and one of the finest examples of this gemstone we've ever bought you. Sarah, what are your thoughts on this? What would you use this with?
I'd like to team that with some tiny weeny seed pearls.
Oh, lovely.
And I'd just like to have those possibly cascading. I'm going to do a really beaded design where I have it all cascading down with lots of swags of the pearls, and just have those as like almost like rain falling from a pearl neckline piece.
Beautiful, yeah, absolutely beautiful. And I think, you know, with a gemstone like this, it's that kind of colour that will go with silver, with gold, with platinum obviously, with rose gold. You could put it with any precious metal you like, couldn't you?
Oh, definitely. And it changes, not the tone so much, but the feel.
Oh, definitely it does, yeah, 100%.
And I just think this is such a beautiful, rich tone to it, that, you know, the silver is just going to make it just sort of almost give it that real sort of brightness and lightness, whereas if you put it with gold, it just gives it a richness and a warmth. And I just think you can't go wrong. Whatever metal you put with that, it's just going to be beautiful.
No, I think you're exactly right. I mean, text in if you want to text in. You've come through to get the strand. Text in. What do you want? What are you going to be doing with this? Are you going to be doing anything with it? Are you going to be doing nothing at all with it? You're just going to be staring at it. Are you getting it just out of curiosity? There's our text number and details there. So I've got so many people still coming through for this. Your names are going off the screen, so I'm sorry if I haven't given you a name check. I'm sorry if I haven't given you a name check. I've got so many people still coming through for this. It is amazing. I've got to urge you to check your baskets out, because at the minute I've got so many of you with this strand in your baskets. Check your baskets out as quickly as you can, because this is just beyond beautiful, isn't it? This is beyond gem quality. This is where we kind of get to that kind of museum quality. Well done, every single one of you there. And I can't guarantee the next time we're going to be able to bring you blue topaz like this. I can't guarantee. It's certainly not for $34.95. Well done, everyone. An amazing quality there. Just beautiful. Well done. Right, next. Got a gorgeous strand here. Hot pink chalcedony. This is gorgeous. Oh, look at this. How amazingly would this go with the last kit? Yeah, I know. That is simply amazing. Hot pink chalcedony elongated pears. Aren't they gorgeous? Really, really, really awesome. So really gorgeous hot pink colour. This is where we dye chalcedony, this amazing kind of hot lipstick fuchsia pink. The great thing about this is, because it's chalcedony, it's going to be ever so slightly translucent, so it's not going to be totally opaque. Certainly not going to be transparent, but it's going to be kind of translucent. So when you get light near this, if it's going to be in earrings, when daylight gets near it, or if you are going to be wearing this in anything with a bit of a dangle where light can get to the gemstones, oh my word, they're going to glow. They're going to glow so beautifully. Hot pink chalcedony graduated plain pears. Great price for you today. Here's your... How much are these going to be? Seriously? Oh! Under £20. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, what could you do with these? My word, wire wrapping these, make them into rings, make them into pendants, make them into charms. I mean, they're just gorgeous. You could even have it as kind of a drop on the end of an extender chain on a neckline piece if you wanted to really kind of make a feature of this. Aren't they just gorgeous? Or as a tassel on the bottom of various bits of chain. Lovely. A bit like those earrings that Sara made in her last kit with the 3 hearts on them. You know, those lovely tassel-y earrings. You could do exactly the same with hot pink chalcedony like this, but maybe in a pendant. They are just gorgeous. What would you put these with? Oh my word. What about the faceted black agate? Those black agate rondelles that hundreds of you came through to get. Yeah, they were amazing, weren't they? They look great with those, don't they? What about with that metre of red dyed quartz? Oh my word. Ah! A metre length of gemstones with those. Yeah, amazing. Aren't they gorgeous? I love the fact these are so tactile, Sara. They're, you know, they're unfaceted, so they're really nice and smooth, aren't they?
They are. They're just, and they're really nice focal pieces if you just want to have one at the centre of the drop. But I'm looking at the, I actually looked at the Larimar. I thought the Larimar would look beautiful.
Oh, Larimar, yeah.
All the pearls.
That's it with the shell pearl. That looks nice with the shell pearl, doesn't it?
It does. It does look lovely with the shell pearls, because you've got that sort of real sort of colour pop.
Oh, yeah. That's nice with the Larimar, definitely.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you've got a real hot colour, and then you've got a pastel colour almost with the Larimar, which has still got a lot of character about the tone of the colour.
Yeah, absolutely. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Made with the lapis lazuli from this first kit that we bought you today. That's lovely with the teal greens, I think. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really, really beautiful. Well done, everyone, for under £20. Gorgeous quality there. Well done. Right, Kimbo, what's coming up next? Yes? Okay, here we go. Have we got those new strands coming over? that we ordered at 9:30. I think literally they've strapped the strands to the back of a snail who is literally on its way. Okay. Tell you what, you ordered incredible things to come over on today's show at 9:30 in the morning. What are we now? 12:15. They're still not here. Maybe they got lost.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Sound good, does it? Technical difficulties. That's Claire's fault. Claire's fault. Anyway, right, okay, so here we go. Pretty posy. This is a lovely, lovely little bundle. Was there another strand? Oh, there it is. Ah, cute. Clear quartz, rose quartz, beautiful blue chalcedony, and stunning fluorite. What a lovely collection of gemstones. Isn't that a lovely, lovely, lovely colour combination? Yeah, it's a lovely springtime bundle, isn't it? And it does look like a posy, doesn't it? Lovely little posies that you'd see a flower girl holding. Do you remember flower fairies? Does anyone else remember flower fairies? Do you remember flower fairies?
Yep, I remember them.
Thanks, Sarah, yeah. All of the kind of paintings, all of the kind of illustrations were these kind of colours, weren't they?
They were, and there was one for each sort of, you know, you had like primrose and...
Rose hip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their dresses were the shape of the flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, just reminds me of flower fairies. A really, really lovely little combination. Great for proms, great for any kind of celebration, whether it's going to be for a wedding, or a garden party, because of course all these kind of colours are present in nature, so they're going to work beautifully together. Why not try using these with some beautiful pearls, some white pearls or some peachy coloured pearls as well? You know what, it's entirely up to you. If you've got a gemstone bundle like this and maybe you're thinking, do you know what, I'm going to use that strand of fluorite on its own and I'm going to use these 3 strands together, go for it. You don't have to use these gemstones together. The aim with these bundles, why we put these bundles together, is to ultimately save you money, and to inspire you obviously, but to save you money, okay? If you see this bundle and you want to split it up, or you want to use one of these strands and then the other 3 you're going to save for a rainy day, fine, you do whatever you want with them. You don't have to use these together, you don't have to use all these gemstone strands together. If you want to use them separately, or if you want to make something weird and wonderful with them, it doesn't matter. There's no wrong answer with anything from Jewellery Maker. Whatever you want to do with it is absolutely fine. Ultimately, the reason why we put these bundles together is to inspire you and also to save you money, okay? And if we're doing that, brilliant. Great price for you today for these 4 strands. Clear quartz, rose quartz, blue chalcedony, and gorgeous natural fluorite. Here's your price point today for all 4 strands, $12.95. See, that's great. See, that is great. I'm thinking about, and we've had so many strands on today's show that these will go with. The blue topaz that loads of you came through to get. That was such a popular strand. I'm not surprised. The blue topaz. The shell pearl. The Larimar. See, look at all those together. That, all of a sudden, is a really amazing bundle, isn't it? Maybe taking these 2 away. You've got a lovely kind of seaside bundle there. That's nice, isn't it? Interesting, isn't it, how the look of something changes when you start to add something else and take something away. So I'm just taking these 3 away. That's your bundle today, your clear quartz, rose quartz, beautiful blue chalcedony, which looks like blue lace agate actually, and then your gorgeous fluorite. By adding these, that is even more mega, isn't it? The shell pearls, still some of those available if you want to get that. Same story with the Larimar, and of course the blue topaz. Gorgeous quality there, well done, for $12.95. Now, speaking of gorgeous pearls, like I was a couple of seconds ago, I've got... Where did that come from? 11, wasn't it? 2 strands of gorgeous, genuine freshwater culture pearls. Here we go. So, to go with the last bundle, in fact, I don't know why I put it away, because I want to get it back out again. Silly girl. Beautiful, gorgeous violet coloured genuine freshwater culture pearls. Aren't they stunning? Oh, they're beautiful. Beautiful baby blue. That gorgeous kind of almost like a periwinkle blue. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? genuine freshwater culture pearls. These are stunning, stunning, stunning. They're really beautiful and petite as well. They're described as 7x6. I think they're a little bit more petite than that, actually. I think they're more kind of 4x5. They're so sweet, aren't they? Love that colour. And then you've got this gorgeous peach baroque freshwater culture pearl here, 10x9mm in diameter. They are big. They're big. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Absolutely stunning. With the bundle that we've just bought you, have a look at them with the bundle. Now don't forget, these are genuine freshwater culture pearls. Do that, and then do that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? How beautifully do they go together? Yeah, really, really beautifully. Isn't that stunning? Springy, springy, springy. So, you can almost hear the lambs bleating in the fields, can't you? So 2 strands of genuine freshwater culture pearls. Peach and light blue. Thanks for that, Amelia. Lovely sound effects there. Thanks a lot, girls. £11.95. Absolutely gorgeous. Well done, everyone. Under £12 for 2 strands of genuine freshwater culture pearls. That's great, isn't it? Yeah. Is that quite good? Yeah. Sound a bit like a machine gun, though.
Yes.
A bit like a machine gun. I used to help at a local farm with the lambing season. I've helped to deliver loads of lambs. They look a bit disgusting. They look a bit disgusting when they come out. Yeah, they come out. They tend to come out feet first, and you help to pull them out, and then you rub them with straw, and then the mummies and the lambs bond, and it's just so cute. And they stand up and they're all kind of wobbly. Oh no, they're so cute. Love them. Right, okay, 11. You what? You what? Lower for pearls. Okay, we're going lower, everyone. We're going to Bargain Town. £9.95 now for 2 strands of genuine. £9.95 for that strand on its own. No, actually, £9.95 for 2 of these pearls in a pair of earrings would be amazing, wouldn't it? But that's £9.95 for all of these bad boys, and then these ones here as well. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Stunning, stunning quality. Absolutely beautiful. Well done. 2 strands of genuine freshwater culture pearls there. Beautiful quality. Gorgeous, gorgeous organic shape and size on these for under £10. Well done, everyone. Woo! Okay. Right, what are we moving on to now, sweetie? Ah, yeah, okay. Right, now. Moving on up. I'm moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. So we have now a findings pack. Is that you tapping away, Claire? Tappy, 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 tappy. Tappy, 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 tappy. Where's, oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. So we have this lovely Wall of Fame entry, number 453. She didn't win, unfortunately. But it's from Di, which is this one here. Gorgeous Kumihimo necklace, which she finished off with that and with that. So when you're asking about how to finish off your Kumihimo and macrame pieces to make them look really professional, that is how you do it. Wouldn't it be amazing if we had a bundle right now, like a Kumihimo findings pack right now, so you could finish off all your gorgeous Kumihimo pieces? That would be, it would be like we planned it. But we do. Check it out. Right, so what have we got here? Silver plated copper findings pack with uno, dos. Hang on, that one's smaller. Oh, these remind me of little egg cups. They're gorgeous. I had a board egg yesterday. It was lovely. Do you know what? I bought half a dozen eggs the other day. Half a dozen eggs. Out of the 6 eggs, and you're not going to believe me when I say this. No one has believed me, and I wish I'd taken a photo. Out of the 6, actually, my husband's got a photo. I'll get him to send it to me so I can show it to you on the show tomorrow. Out of the 6 eggs in the half dozen, 3 of them were double yolkers. 3 of them were double yolkers. I've never had a double yolker in my life, and 3 of the 6 eggs I had were double yolkers. I thought all my Christmases had come at once. Honestly, that is something, that means something. Anyway, so you've got your small, medium, large and extra large Kumihimo end caps. How do you use these? Well, you use them like this, like Dia's use them. Dia, I hope you don't mind me showing these, darling. Like this. So you put all of your cords into your end caps, okay? She's had a hook and eye here, which is integral to the part of the finding. What we've got here is these little jump rings here, which are oval-shaped jump rings, which you put onto your caps, and then you attach onto those caps these toggle clasps. Okay? Okay, you're also going to be getting 4 charm carriers as well, and here's how you can use it. We've got a picture of how you can use these. It's the same. I mean, it's gold-plated copper in this instance, but it's the same kind of thing. So silver-plated copper, you're going to be getting 4 of those. So enough to finish off 4 pieces of Kumihimo pieces of jewellery. Now, whenever we bring you this findings pack, it always goes absolutely nuts. Can I just make you aware of something as well? I think we've got Prue on the Designer Inspiration Show today as well, who's also another Kumihimo expert. So you're going to be seeing lots and lots of Kumihimo pieces on. You've seen lots of Kumihimo inspired designs on today's show and on the Designer Inspiration Show. So I'd get your findings now, get them now before they all sell out, okay? So enough to finish off 4 pieces of Kumihimo jewellery, whether it's bracelets, necklaces, earrings, tassels, toggles, you know, whatever it is, okay? Here's your price point for your 26-piece findings pack. All silver-plated copper. Here's your deal. £6.95p. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. And this really does make a huge difference to your jewellery, doesn't it, Sarah? It really makes a massive, massive difference.
And the quality of these compared to, I've had findings from other places in the past.
Oh, really?
And you don't have the strength in the actual cap itself, so they can misform. So if you were to touch them with your pliers, or you wanted to, they can just disshape.
Oh,
or
really?
Even if with the weight of your arm pressing down on the clasp all the time, could possibly do that. These are so strong.
Oh, they're so solid. I mean, look how much. I mean, hopefully you can see how much metal there is in each one of these caps. I mean, they're really, really thick. There's no way I'm going to be bending that out of shape, and I've got strong hands. No way I'm going to be doing that. You know, absolutely amazing, amazing, strong, substantial findings. I wasn't aware of that, Sarah.
Yeah, it's just, they
very good.
Scrimp on the side, the thickness of the metal to get, and also the toggle clasps are really substantial and strong and well made. And then, of course, you've got the jump rings that are the oval for the extra strength, of course, because this is the weak point in your design, is round your clasp, so you've got that extra strength in those jump rings.
Absolutely, well done, everyone. £6.95 there for your 26-piece findings pack. Absolutely wonderful. Well done, everyone. Right, where are we going now, Kimbo? Yay! Okay, so bit of a recap now. So those products still haven't come over that we ordered at 9:30 this morning. It's a long way from that warehouse. I think it might even be a full mile. They might be here. Are they here? Are they here? Are they here? Have they just arrived? No, we said that. Oh, I bet our name's Mud now. Is that Steve? Steve, you are incredible. We love you, Steve. Oh, do you reckon Steve will come out here? He's so nice. He might. Steve. Oh, Steve, come out here and give everyone a wave. Honestly, this is the man of the moment. Steve has bought the products over that we ordered at 9:30 this morning. Here he is. Come and just give everyone a wave, Steve. Everyone loves you.
Where are they?
He's amazing. They're at home there.
Hi, everyone.
We love him. There he is. Cheers. Thanks, love.
Your goodies.
He bought us all of our goodies. Oh, we love Steve. You've got to take him seriously. He's wearing a high-vis waistcoat. Never underestimate the power of someone wearing a high-vis waistcoat. He's gorgeous. We love Steve. Right, okay, so recapping the first kit very quickly. He's a legend. Love that guy. Right, he literally lives in that van, just driving it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with all these amazing products. What have we got? What's over there? What? Oh my word, Amber. Ah!
I want that, please.
Okay, right, I'll recap this kit. Is that Sara right? Oh my word, right. Rose gold plated 90, I can't look, I'm not looking. Rose gold plated 95 sterling silver findings, complete with an 8-inch rose gold plated 95 sterling silver chain, head pins, crimp beads, crimp bead covers, earring findings, toggle clasp, and a beautiful lobster claw clasp as well. Okay. That's all precious metal quality. You're then going to be getting your threading pack with monofilament beading thread and elastic. There you go. You're also going to be getting clear quartz wheels. Clear quartz faceted graduated ovals. Look at these, aren't they gorgeous? Oh wow, I mean I'd wear those just on their own with nothing else. No, not in my current state, honestly. Dear me, just cover up, cover up. No one wants to see you. So, beautiful clear quartz. That's how I got into this situation in the first place. You've then got beautiful, genuine freshwater culture. Genuine freshwater culture pearls. Smoke a double strand. Spitting everywhere, sorry. Double strand, it's not nice. A double strand of gorgeous smoky quartz nuggets. Oh, those are the days. Lapis lazuli. I can see my toes. Lapis lazuli nuggets double strander. And another double strand of, the most amazing strand of predominantly blue fluorite. To bring you predominantly blue fluorite is unbelievably rare. That is, but it's still got the purples and the greens and the yellows in it, but it's predominantly blue, which is one of the rarest colours to see in fluorite. I love it. So you've got the equivalent of 9 strands of genuine gemstones here. You've also got your 45 rose gold plated sterling silver findings, and you've got your threading pack. And this was the price we did it for, $29.95. For the entire kit. I mean, seriously, we were, well, it should have been way over £30 today. And in fact, what was the price point of this entire kit? Do we know if you bought everything separately? Yeah, £47.10 if you were to buy everything here separately on our website. I actually think that's a pretty amazing price. That's amazing. Today, £29.95p. Wow. Okay. I've got people coming through to get this on the web, on the phones. Please check your baskets out as quickly as you can, because we don't have that many of this kit left, but we thought it was so beautiful that we just recap it again for you. Okay, I don't know how to break this to you. We ordered these 3 products at 9:30 this morning. They've only just come over. There was a technical issue, to be fair, with the warehouse. There was a technical issue, so it's absolutely fine. They're finally here, okay? Normally, I'd be able to give you a bit of a heads up about what's coming up. Unfortunately, I can't. We've got amber, amethyst, and charite. Oh my word. These are going to go so quickly. I've got an amber, plain, round cabochon for you. I feel like my prayers have been answered, because we've been able to bring you amber cabochons for the last, I don't know, year or so. Only a few at a time. We've only been able to bring you kind of maybe 100 here, 100 there. There's been kind of 3 months in between them, or 6 months in between them. You know, it's not to any great regularity we've been able to bring you these. Unfortunately, with a number of the cabochons I've been able to bring you, I haven't been able to be specific about the exact shape you're going to get until now. I can guarantee you are going to be getting an amber round cabochon measuring 18mm in size. Do you want to see what that looks like? That is absolutely beautiful. Sarah, I wish you'd have had this when we gave you your challenge, because this with your challenge would be amazing.
It would, wouldn't it?
This isn't a gemstone, it's an organic gem. What you are looking at here, what I'm holding in my hand here, is approximately 50 to 80 million years old. Wow. That for me, holding something in my hand that is that old, how does that make me feel? Very young. And it makes me feel really honoured. Very honoured indeed. Now, the great thing about the 3 kind of mega spotlight deals I'm going to be bringing you between now and the end of the show is the fact that all of them have literally just arrived in the warehouse, and they've just been, one sample has been picked up and brought over here. We haven't gone for the best one. We haven't gone for the most. We haven't gone for the example that gives you the best colour, etc., etc., etc. We've literally just picked one up, and this is it. How beautiful is that? You are looking at fossilised tree resin. You will notice in here lots and lots of suspended kind of inclusions. What are they? They're anything from air bubbles to bits of bark to bits of tree to bits of grass to bits of mosquito wings to bits of insect. It is absolutely amazing. One of the most amazing gemstones on planet Earth. $9.95. They've almost all sold out, by the way. Most of you are multi-buying this, coming through to get 2s and 3s of these. Use this as a cabochon to set into your jewellery, making earrings, rings. I mean, just the right size for a ring, just the right size for earrings, just the right size for a pendant. And like I say, we're guaranteeing 18mm in size, so you know you're absolutely gonna get that size, that shape, that quality. Every single one is going to be ever so slightly different though, so I would advise that you multi-buy. Debbie in New Jersey's come through to get 2. Patricia in Surrey's got 2. Kathleen in Perth and Kinross has got 2. Anonymous in Manchester's got 2. Anonymous in... the amount of multi-bidders coming through to get this, your names are going off the screen, so I'm sorry if I haven't given you a name check. Loads and loads and loads of incredible quality here. All for £9.95p. I cannot get enough of that. That is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Well done, everyone. Unbelievably beautiful. Well done, everyone. Right, next deal, amethyst. Like I say, unfortunately, because these have literally just arrived in the building, I haven't been able to give you any kind of heads up on these at all. So I've got amber, amethyst now, charoite next. Goodness me. Goodness me, that's beautiful. Where's this from, Kim? Is this African? No. Is it really? Gee whiz, is it really? I would never have that down as Brazilian amethyst. That is amazing. Right, this is really special. Right, okay. So amethyst. Imagine... there's a lot of gemstones you can get from Africa and you can get from places like Brazil. Millions, and I'm talking millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of years ago, Africa and America were one big supercontinent, okay? And then over years, they've broken apart, they've drifted apart, but basically they kind of fit together. If you look at the shape of the country, shape of the continents, they basically kind of lock together. But they were one big supercontinent, which is why you get aquamarine in Africa, you get aquamarine in Brazil, amethyst in Brazil, amethyst in Africa. The varieties of gemstones look very, very different though. So African amethyst is all about the depth of colour. It's all about how deep the colour is, how rich the colour is, whereas your lavender amethyst and your lighter amethyst tend to come from locations in Brazil, like the Minas Gerais region in Brazil. The reason why I said African amethyst for this is look at the colour. And actually, now I'm holding it over the desk, which is a white background, essentially. Do you know what? You've got the look and the colour and the shade and the intensity of African amethyst, but can you see you've also got the brilliance, the clarity, and the diaphanity of Brazilian amethyst. You've literally got the best of both worlds there, haven't you? You literally do, don't you? You've got the richness of the African amethyst, but you've got the lightness of the Brazilian amethyst. You've got a bit of everything. That is stunning. Now, these have been individually hand-faceted, hand-drilled rice beads of amethyst. That is beautiful. Sarah, the amount of designs you can set these into are just amazing. Can you imagine if you got these amethysts to kind of stand proud almost? They'd be amazing, wouldn't they?
They make the most amazing flowers as well if you could get them just sort of coming in and cascading in towards the centre. Maybe if you wire wrap them onto a heavier base wire and spiralled it in, so they were basically cascading out like lilies.
Oh yes, lovely.
Like water lily flowers. They would look amazing.
And you could get the gemstones to kind of stand proud, couldn't you?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, what a nice idea.
Yeah.
They are gorgeous, aren't they? But this is one of the few occasions where you are getting the best of both worlds. You're getting the lightness and the clarity and the kind of diaphanity, the kind of the internal brilliance, as it were, the kind of internal light that you would expect to get from Brazilian amethyst, but you're getting the depth of colour you would expect to get from African amethyst. This is a quite exceptional strand. Right, price for this. I've got no idea how low this is going to go. I'm expecting, oh, I don't know. Oh, right, well, that's amazing. That's incredible. I was expecting a price point similar to the, I don't know, the yellow sapphire that we had today. 60, £70, and that still would be amazing. $39.95, isn't that incredible? Just beautiful. What a treat. Now, like I've said to you, I do apologise for not being able to give you a heads up on this strand today, purely because it's literally come into the building about 5-10 minutes ago, but I haven't been able to give you a proper heads up on any of these strands. Such a gorgeous quality. Absolutely amazing. £39, 95p. Keep on coming through for this, and do check your baskets out. Well done. Now, what are we doing now? Okay, right. I have not looked at this third and final strand, and I don't want to look at it yet, because I want the first time that I see it to be the first time that you see it. I wanted to look at the strand here together for the first time. Is that it there, Kerry? I got it? Yeah? She says yes. She's shrugging her shoulders as if say, I don't know. Well, the reason why she's saying I don't know is because we never see this gemstone, so I don't really blame Kerry for saying I don't know. Is that the strand of Sara? Yeah? Haven't looked at it! Don't say, yeah, Carol. Tell you what. Terrible. I haven't looked at this. I want the first time that I look at this to be the first time that you look at it. Sara. I'm hoping to see pinks. It's going to be opaque. It's going to be opaque. I'm hoping to see like a marble of pink, purple, and black. That's what I'm hoping to see, like a marbly effect. Yeah? Maybe a few flecks of silver in there as well. Let's have a look. Oh my word. Oh wow, look at that. This gemstone is entirely, oh wow, entirely natural. You get it from, the source of this gemstone is near the River Shah in Russia, which is where it gets its name from. It is incredibly rare. It only comes from one location in the world. When this gemstone launched on Gems TV, the first weekend it was launched, we had a special themed kind of Sharite show on the weekend. Every single piece in every single design sold out, even before we put the prices on screen. It is the most incredible gemstone. Oh wow. Now what I'm seeing here is purples, pinks, blacks. You're also going to be getting, and you should be able to see this, little silvery flashes. Now you can see the white flashes there, which is the luster, because these gemstones have all been hand faceted, yeah? Yeah. The little silvery flecks that you're seeing there, that's all part of the fibre of the gemstone. It is entirely natural. It is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Amazing. Very, very, very rare indeed. And historically, every single time this gemstone is in a themed hour on our sister channels, it just flies out the door. It flies out the door. I've never seen such a reaction to this gemstone, because when it was first launched, you know, people are going to be a little bit suspicious when we start launching new gemstones on you know, the Genuine Gemstone Company. But honestly, it was the most well-received new gemstone I'd ever seen. Incredible. Now already, a third of the stock has already gone. We haven't even bought the price on screen. A third of the stock has already been allocated. Price point for this. Well, I never, ever see Sharite on Jewellery Maker. Hardly ever. The last time I saw it, I think it was in one cabochon. Occasionally we get to bring you maybe little nuggets. I've got no idea. Is it going to be around about the same kind of price point as the amethyst? About the same kind of price as the amethyst? No? Kim says no. Oh wow. Oh wow. $24.95. Do you know what? Historically, even when I've bought you on Jewellery Maker, Sharite on Jewellery Maker for just 1 or 2 cabochons, they've been verging on, you know, for 1 or 2 cabochons, easily 10 to 14 pounds each. You're getting an entire strand of this gemstone here, and it's only $24.95. That's amazing. And very, like I say, extremely rare. I can probably count on one hand the amount of times I bought you Sharite this year. And it's been quite a good year for Sharite here on Jewellery Maker, I have to say. Most of the time it's in individual cabochons, which have been put in individual kits, and the price points of those individual cabochons normally range between 10 and 14 pounds each. Today, an entire strand, 95 carats of this gemstone, and it's under £50. Oh, it's half that price, it's $24.95. Well done, loads of you coming through to get this. Anne, Christine, Lorraine, Kylie, Patricia, Sylvia, Hannah, Rosen, George, Sally, I've got loads of you. Lots of multi-bidders as well. Please check your baskets out, because I don't know if we're ever going to be able to do that again. Unbelievable. Well done, everyone. Right, where are we going now? Go! Okay. Recap. The white bust. Sorry, Sarah, I didn't give you a chance to talk about the Sharite. I know you were excited about that one as well.
Oh, well, I think you said everything that's valid. It's beautiful, though. I just love the fact that you put it in those rondelles.
I know.
So unusual, because normally we get it in chips and nuggets, and that's so unusual.
Or in little cabochons. You're never really in a strand like that. Okay, so we've got our white display bust here. Sarah and I were waxing lyrical about this earlier on, saying everything from when you know, if you do your craft fairs or your or you sell your piece. Sorry, I'm just putting my trousers up there. You can probably see that in the corner of the screen. Sorry, really unprofessional there. My over the bump went under the bump. I thought, oh, it's really uncomfortable. They won't be able to see it. I'm out of shot in the corner of the screen. Sorry, everyone. It's amazing what happens behind the scenes, isn't it? You probably wouldn't have noticed it if I hadn't have mentioned it. Right, so you've got your white display bust. If you've got your... Sorry, I was doing that on purpose. If you do your craft fairs, etc., then it's really important that you display your pieces of jewellery in a really professional way. So don't have things flat on the desk or flat on your table. Have them displayed really beautifully. Great way of displaying necklaces, bracelets and earrings, because this is slightly padded, so you can, if you want to, push some little pins in to kind of put your other pieces of jewellery on, and you can display an entire suite of jewellery, okay? It gives you a great mannequin to work with if you're making a neckline piece, because it gives you a great way of gauging how a piece of jewellery is going to fall, how it's going to look, because of course you're making it on something the same shape as your décolletage effectively, yeah? Also, if you make your pieces of jewellery and you don't necessarily want to sell them on, you don't necessarily do those craft fair kind of events, and that's absolutely fine, because of course you can display your pieces of jewellery on here and they just look great. You know, it's a lovely way of displaying your pieces of jewellery at home that have taken you weeks and weeks and weeks to make. Now, features of this. Same shape as your décolletage, really nicely padded as well. And on the back, you've got this little elastic bit here as well, which, as Sarah said earlier on, if you make a really long neckline piece with lots and lots of chain, with a long length of chain on it around the front, but you want to show off that central design, then you can literally just pull the chain through here and it'll stick. So you've got all this excess chain at the back, and then you've got this nice central piece on the front, okay? Lovely. Great price for this. Don't forget, you're only paying one lot of P&P of $2.95 per order, regardless of how many of these you order. So even if you order 10 or 11 of these, you're still only paying $2.95 P&P per order. And you've still got that 30-day money-back guarantee, don't forget. Here's your price point for your white display bust. Amazing. Here's your deal. Yeah, $7.95. Amazing. Add it to your order. And if you want to bespoke this, if you want to kind of really customise this, why not sew some little shell pearls around here, or you can put your own little trademark on here, your own little logo on there if you want to. Put some beading or some soutache around the edge. Really funk it up if you like. Why not?
Yeah, or lace or ribbons.
Oh yeah, nice idea. Yeah, bit of lace, bit of ribbon. Why not? And it will make you feel more professional. You know, if you are going to use it when you are going to be selling your pieces of jewellery on it, it'll make you feel more professional, make you look more professional. And it's just nice to be able to use different levels on your stalls as well. But again, if you don't do those craft fairs, then fine. You know, it's just a lovely way of displaying your jewellery at home rather than putting it away in a box.
I think every jewellery maker needs one to model
At least one.
to work on.
Yeah.
I have one that basically sits right by where I work at home, and I always put my necklaces on the bust after I finish them, because you might have it on your beading tray and it looks fine, and you put it on the bust and it just doesn't quite sit right, there's something not quite right. You wouldn't want it to go out to sale like that, or even for you to wear it and then suddenly find out it doesn't sit right.
I agree. Gorgeous. Well done, everyone. So £7.95 there. Well done. Brilliant. Okay, next. What, the spotlight deal? Brilliant. Okay, so we bought you right at the beginning of the show today 925 sterling silver toggle clasps. You went crazy over these. What I love so much about these is A, they are 925 sterling silver, so precious metal all the way through. B, the fact that they're really nice and substantial. The ring on this is 23 millimetres across, so it's a really nice substantial finding. And C, obviously the price point. There's 3 of these toggle clasps. They're all 925 sterling silver. They're really beautifully substantial, and this is your price point for all 3 of these. Amazing. £8.95. Isn't that incredible? For 3 of your 925 sterling silver toggle clasps. Now you might be looking at these and thinking, do you know what? They're not toggle clasps for me. I'm going to use them in cufflinks. Go for it. That could be the T-bar for a cufflink. You could suspend a gemstone in here, or use it on a pair of earrings if you want to, or on a pendant. It's entirely up to you. You don't have to use them as toggle clasps. But the fact that you've got 925 sterling silver qualities there, really, you know, the fact you're getting sterling silver quality, and it's 5 grams of sterling silver as well, for £8.95. It's brilliant, isn't it? Well done.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Gorgeous, well done. Okay, recapping now, the Topaz or tote bag. Topaz. I don't know if you're saying tote bag or Topaz. 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 Blue topaz. Oh, I was really sneaky. I've been badgering management upstairs for ages, saying, please, let's take one of our winning strands for the weekend and put it in a midweek show. Let's just see what happens. Oh my word, you were in love with this. I had so many people coming through for this on the web and on the phones. Possibly the best strand of blue topaz we've ever bought you. It's got the 4 C's all wrapped up, the colour, the cut, the carat weight, and the clarity of the 4 C's all wrapped up. We bought you the most immaculately faceted strand of blue topaz I think we've ever bought you. And I think we were all expecting a price point of 60, 70, 80 pounds. It was nowhere near that today. This is your deal. £34.95. Honestly, I keep looking at that price point, and I keep looking back at this strand, and it's still just, it slightly bemuses me how we can do that. But do you know what? I couldn't be happier for you. I've got 30 of these strands still in baskets. 30 of these strands. So 30 of you who came through to get this and added this to your basket haven't checked your baskets out. Well, of course, this live show is put on our YouTube channel straight after the show, and it's also looped as well. This strand will sell out, and if you don't check your baskets out now, you're in danger of missing out. Honestly, the most immaculate strand of blue topaz I think I've ever bought you, at one of the most outstanding price points. Just check your baskets out. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's quite simply amazing, isn't it, Sarah?
I'm just looking at that and thinking 3 pairs of earrings, and I've made my money from the strand, and I've got the rest of the strand all for myself.
1,000,000,000%. 1,000,000,000%. Even if you used, I don't know, 9 of the gemstones. No, that wouldn't work. So 3 in each earring. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 12, 13, 15, 18 of the gemstones. That's 3 pairs of really decadent earrings. You've got dozens left to play with, haven't you?
Oh gosh, yeah, and they're so packed onto that strand. There's not a little gap between any of them, so you know, it's all gemstone on gemstone on gemstone packed on.
Do you know what, Sarah's right, there's no little space beads between any of these gemstones. They're literally jam-packed onto this onto this temporary beading strand. Amazing. Quite amazing. And do you know what, don't feel guilty if you get this strand home and you don't do anything with it for 6 weeks. Don't feel guilty. This is one of those strands that quite often, I think a lot of you have come through to get this, will probably get this home and think, do you know what, I'm going to wait for the right time to make something out of this. I'm going to wait for the right time, for the right opportunity to make something with this. So don't feel guilty if you get this home and you don't do anything with it for a couple of months. Absolutely amazing. I can't urge you to get this strand enough. It should have been played this weekend. We've actually brought it forward to today's show, and my word, you have loved it. You've absolutely loved it. Well done, everyone. Gorgeous quality. Well done. Right, okay. Are we heading over to Sara? Sara!
Yeah.
Here we go. Right, heading over to you.
Okay.
My dear. You have really enjoyed your challenge today, haven't you?
I've loved it. Absolutely loved it. What's not to love, though? They're
I know.
gorgeous.
You've had some seriously beautiful cabochons to work with.
I did.
Oh, wow. I love what you've made. I love what you've made. So we gave Sara a load of cabochons to work with. I can't guarantee exactly how many you're going to get or the size or shape of the cabochons, but I can guarantee the carat weight. 740 carats of spice quartz just sounds beautiful. Spice quartz multi-shape, multi-size cabochons. I can guarantee your carat weight. I can't guarantee, like I said, the size and the shape of these or how many you're going to be getting. I love what you've done, Sara. That is a beautiful piece. Well done.
It was worth taking the time on it. I didn't want to just do standard cabochon setting. I wanted to do a little bit of the wire work around it and just to finish it off. And the copper wire with the spice tones.
Oh, it's amazing.
So you've almost got that. I can't even say that it's sort of cool underneath because it's a warm tone on a warm tone. It's almost, but the wire just really lifts it.
It really does lift it. It's beautiful. It highlights it, doesn't it?
Yes.
The next piece here, lovely bit of wire wrapping here. This is a really nice thing to do with this.
That's just a very, very simple, using the higher gauge wire.
That looks beautiful.
Very, very simple though.
Gorgeous though. I love it. Look at this. Look at this ring. I love what you do. That is a big ring.
It is, but why not?
Why? Exactly. Why not? It's gorgeous. $14.95 for all of the cabochons. Now, Sara has used 4 of the cabochons. There's a lovely piece here as well, which you've used with the what's this?
Sari rope.
Sari rope.
Yes.
Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
There is actually a load of macrame behind it, but I would have backed it with some backing fabric, but I couldn't find any.
So Sarah's used 4 of the cabochons. This is how many she's got left.
No.
You can see there. $14.95. Like I said, I can't guarantee exactly how many cabochons you're going to be getting or the size or shape of them, but you're guaranteed 740 carats of spice quartz cabochons. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really amazing. So $14.95, and any of these pieces here you could easily sell for £14–15. Any of these pieces here. So you've easily made your money back from this incredible bundle with just one of the pieces.
I mean,
awesome.
That one would go for an awful lot more than that.
Goodness me,
Definitely.
absolutely, yeah. The amount of time that's taken Sara to make took her almost half the show to make. It's beautiful, Sara. Now, when are you next with us, lovey?
I'm with you next week. I think I'm in on Thursday and Saturday.
Awesome! So Sarah's going to see you next Thursday and next Saturday. I'm next with you tomorrow with Debbie Bulford. We've got a catwalk trends show with some brand new products. We've also got a gorgeous strand of multi-sapphire and ruby. We've got the most amazing launch on a new variety of beading rope as well, which is just incredible. We've also got some leather on tomorrow's show as well, so that's going to be an amazing catwalk trends show. Coming up now, we've got even more Kumihimo because we've got Kumihimo on the Designer Inspiration Show with the lovely Ali Defoy as well. It's gorgeous to see you, Ali.
I can't wait to squeeze.
You've got gorgeous Ali coming up with Prue as well. You've got some amazing pearls by the look of it, some shell pearls, loads of findings. Abalone coming up as well. There's loads coming up. Thank you so much for coming in for everything today. And if there's anything else you want to add to your order, just go for it. But I'd urge you to do it quickly, especially with that blue topaz, which was $34.95. Do tune in for the Designer Inspiration Show, though. It's been great to have you with us today, Sara. Thank you so much, lovey.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
See you in a bit, guys. Take care, and tune in for Ali and Prue next.